I refuse to go support it, man. But like, I've grown to not trust, at fucking Facebook reviews. You know what I'm saying? It's like, when niggas is all like, oh, watch this shit. That shit's dope. Blah 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 on Facebook, man. I fall for that shit every single time. Like, even though I know that niggas always request the worst shit. Yeah. And and I've literally been seeing a lot of people. Well, actually, been seeing a lot of people talking about that new house party is funny.
Nah, they say this shit trash.
Man, it's trash. It's like the very few people that reviewed it on YouTube have been like, this shit is a disgrace. it's like it's directionless. It's just shit happening. Yeah, man. And so
they think because you put kid to play on that motherfucker, it's gonna be it.
Yeah, supposedly they in the movie.
They are.
Yeah, it's like.
They are. But they did the same thing, when it was like house party like 5. The one was on like fucking E or some stupid shit.
Yeah.
That was the one.
I remember that shit.
Remember the one because the nigga from Everybody Hates Chris. He was in. I was like,
that was a terrible remake. Man,
horrible.
Yeah, I thought the one they would what was it?
Immature?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a classic. Which one? 3 or 4?
Nigga,
3 or 4.
Nigga, I don't even acknowledge like it's hard for me to acknowledge like anything past Class Act.
Wow, Class Act not even house party.
I know.
So how can you acknowledge? You ain't acknowledge house party 2 or 3?
Well, no.
And John Williams.
No. 1 and 2, it's like 1 and 2 is God tier. That's classic.
Okay, what about 3?
3, like 3 is acceptable.
3 was alright though.
Yeah. It's acceptable. But 4 is just kind of like nah. It's like
House Party 4 was cool though. House Party 4 was.
4 is the one that where kids getting married, right?
No, that was 3.
So I know 4. No, both of them had no. 4 it was the one that had TLC in it.
You talking to a movie buff? No, that's 3. House Party 3.
That just goes to show that 4 is like man, I don't even fucking acknowledge it. I can't remember what it's about.
House Party 3 that's when they had Bernie was in it.
Yeah.
Chris Tucker was in it. TLC and John Williams. I keep saying John. You know what it is?
That's probably if I saw the.
That's when they had
I'm the worst.
AJ Johnson. They had like the beat, all that stuff. The House Party 4 was when IMX got older. Marcus Houston got sick.
Yeah,
had a house party as uncle. Nah, it was cool.
That shit sucks so bad.
Was cool. That was cool.
No.
Yeah. House Party 5 was just
it wasn't
awful. House Party 4 was cool. It was like it had Kim Fields in it. Not Kim Fields, Alexis Fields.
See, man, you're going like further C-rate.
It wasn't House Party 3.
Not quite Tubi level, but
if I had to gauge 3 and 4, I would definitely say 3 was hitting.
Well, yeah.
3 was good though.
Yeah.
It just after House Party 2.
House Party 2 is some of my favorite house party out of all of them.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
The first one's the best one.
It's close. It's like
it's just one of the few sequels that I like though.
Yeah. House Party 2 hit though. House Party 1 though, because it's iconic.
Yeah.
Where you get the dance from?
Exactly.
True.
Martin, it's just classic.
Yeah.
Dragon breath.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be
chill,
me? Oh, he right here.
Chill. Yeah, man, shit. Dude. What was it? Who's the niggas who sung? What is that? Fucking. My type of hype.
Ain't my type of hype. Full force. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Yeah, full force. They chasing him through the fucking backyard. George Clinton was in. Yeah.
Hit him over here with a record.
Yeah.
Man, I can tell you the whole movie.
I want you guys to get on your knees. I want you to say, I am somebody.
Hey, that's the one, boy.
Man.
Tisha Campbell's fine, number 2, boy.
You see the synergy? We ain't even start this motherfucker yet.
I know.
Synergy's already here.
Are we recording this?
Nah.
I got it recording. I get the B-roll. I get all the B-roll.
Hey,
this cold open for you guys. They don't know the lingo.
Let me get this intro going, and we're going to get back into this. What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Tevin Denzel, a.k.a. Tron DeLorean, a.k.a. Dago Soul, a.k.a. your girlfriend's favorite fat boy. And today is an iconic moment. I don't know if y'all saw the Drake. He did this shit at the Apollo. I feel like Drake brought out Dipset. I feel like, if y'all don't understand.
You had a $75,000 room you stayed in.
I feel like it in here. That's how I feel. Because these two brothers I got in the booth, they were the first well, two of the three Musketeers, I would say. They brought me onto their podcast, 615 Worldwide. That shit was epic.
Pop, 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 pop.
So
What's
I
up,
can
Gary?
literally say, I can literally say that, y'all heard me give Bobby his flowers for, getting me introed, with the pod we used to do. But you got Franky in the booth. We can call you Shooter. Frank, which one we call you?
Call me whatever, man.
Which you want people to call you?
Man, call me Treau, man. Franky
Treau,
Treau in the building, man. Franky Treau, 615 Worldwide. I ain't said this in so long. So it's like,
It's so smooth intro, nigga, right here.
no, it's just because, man, I sleep in the air, right? So I got the fan and the air blowing, so I lost my voice. And I text this nigga. I'm like, oh, man, we can record. I lost my voice. Yeah, man. But yeah, Franky Treau in the building, man. I'm happy to be back.
With this, and y'all heard Bobby in the back as well. Welcome back.
Captain Charisma.
This is just dope because, like I said, y'all were the first people to welcome me onto a podcast. And y'all had the shit going. Y'all had the sponsor going. Y'all had the setup going.
Yeah.
The first inner workings of a podcast that made me like, damn, this shit, like, it can be done at a normal person level and be done well at that.
Yeah.
So shout out to y'all, man. This is a full circle moment for me right now.
Hey, man, it's a blessing to be here, man. It's a blessing to be a part of this. I think for me, man, like I told Bobby, I walked in, I was like, this shit feels nostalgic. Man, got the Real World in the back. I'm looking at Funko Pops, man, with Oscar and Trudy from Proud Family and Miles Davis. Hey, it's a vibe in here, man. Like we missing the cameras, camera shots.
The camera gonna come. Camera's gonna come because I feel like it's just, especially the folks and the entertainment that Bobby gonna bring. We might need cameras in this motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, gonna bring Miss Anime Bay.
Stamp that 18 plus on this
Man,
motherfucker.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited. You know what's so crazy? Like I was telling him, I was like, man, it's been so long. You get that itch to want to get back into it.
Yeah.
And then it just comes natural because, like, the stuff they might not hear, they might hear the stuff before you officially did the introduction, but it's just like, that shit, we just regular conversation.
Just sat
but it
down
just,
and had a conversation.
it just ties back in and just me sitting in this seat and the way it's just flowing at this point.
Yeah.
It's just like, I'm not even, it's nostalgic, man. And we just get started. It's gonna be a good one. I already know it.
I feel it.
Sipping this Henny, late night Henny things possible.
So we'll say a
He was
quick.
excited, man. Like,
quick
he had that smile on his face. Said like, nigga, man, yeah, man, dude, man, I just got out the house. You took him to the, dude, they took him to the club. Yeah, where the hose was at.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so
So I'm gonna cheers to y'all.
Man,
Appreciate
cheers.
y'all pulling up. It's
Cheers.
gonna be a hell of an episode. That's
Hell
all.
yeah.
it's a treat when players meet, baby.
Hell yeah.
Oof. I love it. All right, I've tried to make this new season every episode with a direction, but this one I was just like, I feel like if I put a direction on it, we're gonna get lost anyway because the conversations, as you see, flow so well. So,
Right.
I mean, I'm open the floor to y'all, man. What's good, man? What's good out here?
Go ahead, bro. I gotta let you.
I don't know, man. So are we gonna bring a show back? It's like, man, like after many failed attempts to do like a solo show because I just can't get into it, and it's just like, what I'm saying, like both of us was talking on the phone, and like the whole podcast thing came up, and I was like, oh man, I really been feeling like podcasting lately, man.
Yeah.
But I don't want to do it by myself. That's why I've been going over to to Tevin so much, and like he was like, oh man, shit, me too. So I was like, shit, nigga, you live up the street. He was like, nigga, you live down the street. And it was like, boom. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy too is, like, we had this conversation and we was like, nigga, you live 5 minutes from me, 7 minutes max.
Yeah.
And we ain't sat down and try to do nothing different, man. Like, life's been different, I don't. First of all, officially congratulations to you on the successful, healthy birth of your daughter, man. And it's a beautiful thing. I just had a daughter. She's 9 months now. I just had one. It's been a year. Yeah, she's 29 months. I just had her. No, man. So it's just different, man. I got married, man, and kids, married.
I'm
So slim down on us, man.
Slim down a little bit, man. I'm just trying to do something different, man. So I think this year, officially, I'm in a space where I'm like, yeah, it's time to crank back
blow
up.
Yeah.
I got a session, my first studio session in years, and it's an 8-hour block next Saturday. So I'm like, damn, I'm really like, it's time to crank shit back up. So, in the last year, I had bought a whole setup before I moved and tried that, and then I literally spent the money and never did anything with it. And I think it more came from being uninspired because, coming back from Tennessee and when we first moved out here, and then all three of us, shout out to Lowercase G.
Shout out lowercase G. I'm my bad. I
Pussy.
told
Nah, fuck that nigga, man. Fuck you ain't gotta say nothing about that pussy.
they
ass
2 out of 3, but I can't forget lowercase G.
Hey, that's my nigga though. But you know, when we was doing that shit together, so what happens is, for me, I just when you by yourself, your creative juices really ain't as strong. That even with the music thing, you know, I doing that shit out of my room, and you know, the only nigga I had to, hey, what you think, lowercase? He's like, it's all right, you know, but that's just how he is. So it's the same thing, man. I just got to a point where
say nothing positive.
he
about
never,
that.
he can like it. You can see him on camera dance. I'm like, that was cool. You know, that's what he do. But nah, you know, I just got to a point, man. I got to a space where after I had my twins, I just got like, all right, I'm gonna get family oriented. Let me try to take care of business, and then I just lost it. I lost the passion for it, and I don't know what it is. I think I've got to a space now where I'm like, all right, I done took care of my responsibilities. Yeah, I got a 9 months, but you know, I got my wife. We gonna handle that. We do things. She in school. I'm gonna do this. And we just in that space now where it's time to crank up, bro. We you ain't getting no younger, man. You know, so it's definitely a beautiful. It's gonna be a beautiful year. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready to like explore. You know, get back to it. Orlando Brown, if you out there listening, man. I don't think niggas know about this. See, I'm with you to the show, man. Niggas don't know. We had the interview, man. I had Orlando. This is right before, you know, we kind of like.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Like, so right before we kind of like took our steps to like try to different avenues at that time, man. I had us with the Orlando Brown interview. Had us locked in, and this was before Vlad. Like, so I'm thinking in my head, just imagine if we got him on that space. Where we were then, you know, we was popping. I ain't gonna lie to you, we was popping.
No, definitely was.
We would have eclipsed that. But what happened?
Really, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, man, I just being a fuck up in the streets, man. Yeah, what niggas say was scared if he was gonna make it.
Hey, and we had him right there. But I think what
been a great interview.
But what Jack did, you know, it just got to a point where they was like, yeah, because the schedules didn't align at the time. And they was like, well, just go ahead and do it. I was like, nah, you know, we a team, we gonna do it. So, you know, I hit him up. The nigga, I'm not gonna bullshit you. The nigga answered the phone. He was his assistant. He picked up. He was like, Young Star NT. I was like, Orlando, give me a second. It was him though. And this man paused, got back on the line as himself. I'm like, you your secretary too, nigga? So
that shit right there. It's just
1 second, please.
he said 1 second. He said, Young Star NT. I still got his number, man. And the nigga hit me at like 1:30 in the morning. After we had set it up, he called me. He's like, what's good? You trying to do this interview? I'm like, nigga, it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. I mean, if you want to. I was like, I ain't ready right now. And he was like, yeah, man, I'm freaking on this plane to Australia in 4 hours. Nigga, you're high. You're high. You got to be high. So since then, I just passed up on it. I was like, yeah, this nigga weird.
That shit is crazy.
Yeah, and then
Take off.
And he was ready to take off. But you know what
beam
though?
up.
Hey,
How did that come about though? Like, how did you even get in contact with him,
bro?
Because social medias or
we was just at the time. I want to say we were sending out letterheads to like just different things, and I took a stab in the dark. I got his information off of Twitter, Twitter, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna send him a letterhead." So, boom, I sent him an email. We sent the whole letterhead, 615 worldwide. You know, invite you on there or whatever. And I got like an instant response in my email, and he was like, "Call me." I was like, "Oh shit." So I had told
him how many people. Yeah, we actually got contacts with, man. Like, he was actually talking to, man, just from Twitter. It's like, it's you know what? I'm a professional. Letterhead will take you a long fucking way.
Yes, it was a professional letterhead, and all I did was we basically had the template. You would add his name, and I would add like little different shit in there. But that came about. He was like, "Call me," so I called him, and you know, at the time I had just finished. I'm working. I just got off working some shit, and called him, and then we just went from there. And he was ready to do the interview as soon as I called him. But we wasn't all together at the time. So and that shit just popped like that. And the kind of like what he was saying, like you would be surprised how many legit people we got in contact with that we didn't even get a chance to do interviews for. You know, just off of that shit. And I was like, yo, this is fucking crazy. Like I don't know, bro. It was like a 360. We went from satellite radio to podcasts, and then from podcasts to doing on locations and sponsors, and that shit was bro. It felt like a coke rush moment. Like, nigga, I was on this high, nigga. It was just crazy. So Yeah, but yeah, Orlando Brown, man. I might reach back out to him and see what he got going on. Man.
Bring on the pod, man. We get something going.
We might have to go on location, like for real, like this time, and lock dude in. But yeah,
If he up in L.A., hey, we should go up there for real though.
if he in LA, I think he got arrested for like
He got arrested. Yeah, domestic
abuse or some
violence.
shit.
Yeah, domestic violence. Yeah.
That nigga crazy.
Orlando.
Hey, did y'all see?
Up to something.
Did y'all see the the nigga did the interview or whatever at what's Funny Marco? Y'all see it on YouTube?
The funny mark, them shits is
Hey,
hilarious.
that shit is hilarious. Did y'all see Orlando Browns?
Yeah, I did.
And then he was just like, when the last time you been on 160 Park? When the last time you watched 160 Park? He was like, since it was hot, since Lil Bow Wow. He was like, you got something against Lil Bow Wow? He's like, I got a problem with Bow Wow. Lil Bow Wow got some bomb ass pussy. And that was hilarious, bro. So that's how you know dude's still on that tweaking shit, right? That nigga's a tweaker.
Man. Yo, man, dude, that motherfucker, like, it took a sharp turn and like, everything that was going on with him. Like, that dude went from, like, being no name at all to, like, shit, dude. I used to crack out at Kwame Brown, basically. It's like, yeah, that shit, yo, that motherfucker just, like does his best material when he's beaming off.
Yeah. So it's a long way from, hey, now what you say now? About to put it down. Yeah. Come on. Did he write that?
I think he might have.
He might have wrote that shit for Disney.
Yeah.
He don't know what the
intro.
fuck I'm talking about. My
That's
bad.
a Raven intro.
Yeah.
I think he might have.
He
saw my
snapped.
face.
He snapped though. Yeah, you want to ride with Ray now? And the future looks straight now.
Fuck Raven Simone?
He did.
He got a Raven Simone tattoo, I think, on his neck or something like that. Her face on his neck.
Yeah, he
He
said
fucked her.
He said they was fucking back in the day.
yeah.
I believe. I mean, you know what? I believe that. I believe
She
it.
a lesbian now, right?
She's married.
Allegedly.
She's married to a woman. No. She's lesbian.
He's for real.
She's married. She's married to a woman.
Yeah.
But is it like a Hollywood marriage or is it just like
Nah, she for real deal married.
Yeah,
I don't
think
believe
last
shit in
time I seen
Hollywood,
her,
so
she
I'm
had
always
like a
I
short
see that.
purple bob or some shit like that.
Yeah,
she
she married to
bald.
that white girl. Looks kind of like a
Yeah.
Walmart version of Ellen DeGeneres. Really? She look like to me. Great value Ellen. That's what she look like to me.
Damn,
That's Helen.
slumming.
No, yeah. But you say slumming, but what she really got money? These days it's Hollywood. What do you do for a living?
True.
I wrote on Raven's home or some shit like that. She probably balling. But I ain't mad at it. I respect it. Raven was fine. I just seen an interview where Raven was, I guess she was talking about, her name ain't Raven Simone. It's Raven Simone.
Simone, yeah.
Lord.
Simone.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, like
I watch
Lisa
that.
Bonet.
Yeah, like to watch it next. Like she gonna be like she ain't really black.
She Oriental. Nah, yeah. So, hey, more power to Orlando Brown, more power to Raven. I ain't got that type of money no way. But yeah, Raven's still popping, I guess.
Yeah,
But she's
man.
Still doing things. She was on something recently. So
she don't got to do nothing though.
Oh, she's still getting interviews.
She rich as a motherfucker. Like,
Really?
She Disney royalty. She's still getting them Disney
I'm just
checks.
sick of that.
Really?
Yes.
Raven Simone, yeah.
I
Raven.
didn't know. Yeah, man. Shit. I didn't make that much money off of them. Them Disney reruns and shit like that.
Bro, so you got to think. I want to say, what was the name of the That's So Raven?
That's so Raven.
That's So Raven alone was like one of their biggest ones. Like, and
Right.
then they
Right, man. But how much, like fucking, a financial stake did she have in the show? Was it
Who knows?
mostly like was it Disney owned? And like she just happened to be like a cast member, or she have something.
I'm pretty sure she had some type of executive
Yeah,
power.
she had to.
And you got to think, if she didn't and it created those relationships, she just came back out like 2-3 years ago with Raven's Home.
Yeah.
She's back on Disney Channel.
And That's So Raven was one of like the blueprints of like
Yeah.
you watch That's So Raven and watch anything that came out after that, you see like it drew from that show.
And then the spinoff with Corey in the House.
Corey in the House,
Yeah,
yeah.
a spinoff from her show. So I'm pretty sure she had a piece of that. And and then Raven's Home, I think, and I didn't watch it, but from the ratings,
It was all right.
Yeah, I want to say like the first episode or something like that. But it's a big thing. So you got to think, and you got to think Raven been around since the '80s, bro.
Yeah. Cosby's
True,
what else was she on?
And she was on
Everything.
Raven Home.
She was on Full House too, right? I think she was on Full House.
She did Full House.
Did
No,
Full
no,
House.
that was Taj Mowry.
That was a
Taj Mowry. Was she on Full House?
This nigga knows everything. For every black celebrity, for every black television show.
Oh, I'm thinking of
everything.
I can't think of her name. Her the
Journey Smollett.
There we
Come
go.
on,
There we
you
go.
know I know
Smollett,
already.
there we go. Yeah.
He right.
That was on.
See,
She was on
see.
Full House.
I know it, bro.
Nigga
So
knows names.
Raven Simone was on the Cosby's, hang with Mr. Cooper. She did all the Dr. Doolittles.
I remember hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Yeah.
I used to like that show.
Yeah. Where's my theme music? Cool. Come on.
Okay.
See, you're gonna get me started.
Okay, a test for you. A test
What's
for
up?
you. A test for you.
I know this.
Okay. Like, who is the bald-headed, like, great value Chappelle looking nigga that played Cleon in Dead Prez? It's like that dude with the bald head behind and like in all these fucking movies.
Nobody knows his name.
Nobody knows his name. Like, what's his name?
Do you know his name right now?
No, nigga.
Okay.
I have no. It's like
Okay,
he a snitch. He Cleon.
His name is Bokeem Woodbine.
Bokeem Woodbine.
Bokeem Woodbine.
Okay.
You don't believe it?
No.
Pull it up.
No, man, shit.
How much?
I feel like you couldn't have pulled that out the air, so I'm gonna
right,
trust you.
Right.
The way that name sounded.
Right.
Bokeem.
Right. That name is very specific.
For real.
Bokeem Woodbine. I could be wrong about his last name, but I'm pretty sure.
All right, man.
Bam, boy, come on.
Bokeem Woodbine. Okay.
I
Now
am.
you ain't faking the last name Woodbine.
I'm tripping that I don't know. I don't know how I became so efficient with like black TV. I just because you know what? Growing up, I didn't play games and I didn't do that. I was a computer and I watched TV.
I watched a lot of television.
And music, movies,
I was outside.
TV. I was outside too.
Selling fake crack.
But you know, y'all had the era where y'all had like the Dreamcast. Y'all playing PS4s, PS2. Like I didn't do none of that. I watched TV.
Oh,
My
man.
brother did.
Oh man, it's like for Dreamcast, yo,
Gamecast.
man, dude, like once I found out that you can actually burn Dreamcast games to regular CDs, and them motherfuckers still play.
Yeah.
A rap.
Yeah, he knew the key. That was the lock.
Oh yeah, man, I love Dreamcast.
Dreamcast was lit.
Yeah.
Did y'all Dreamcast?
Yeah, Crazy Taxi, the fishing joint.
Yeah,
I think that was
2K was on there.
What
yeah,
about
at Power Stone? That was my shit.
what was the one the boxing game?
Oh,
Was it Fight Night?
No.
Nope.
No, not Fight Night. It was
that was Ready to Rumble.
Yeah,
Was that it?
Yeah,
Let's
do
get
with the
ready to
Afro.
do- yeah.
yeah.
Afro Theory or something, Fury or something like that.
Thunder.
Afro
Thunder, man. Yeah, man. See,
Yeah.
and they stepping in
Crazy
my
Taxi
realm.
was my shit. That was what I
Crazy
was on.
Taxi
all
was the
the
shit though.
Was Jet Set Radio on Dreamcast or was
that the one with the headphones and the skates?
Yeah,
That the one that was
Yeah,
on Dreamcast.
Yeah, you spray paint.
Yeah, that was on
Oh,
Dreamcast.
dude, that was my shit. It's like,
I don't even know.
Sonic was on there too.
yep.
I had a Dreamcast though.
Yeah.
But I didn't have all of I don't know what that is.
Oh man, I had Fantasy Star Online.
See, I don't know none of that is. I had Ready to Rumble, Crazy Taxi. Yeah, I don't know all the other stuff. I don't remember.
Speaking of Black TV, I almost got triggered on Twitter today. It was one of those trolls where you knew that they were just saying some shit to get the interaction.
Oh yeah,
I wasn't gonna feed into her, but the shit said, if we're gonna be honest, Martin wasn't funny. And I immediately had
niggas just say shit on Twitter.
I got in the replies and I was like, nigga, this is not you. Don't reply to this shit. Let this shit go.
Yeah,
said
Block
that
her.
shit,
I was like, I'm done. I
Man.
can't even. I had to close the app.
man.
But they just say shit on
People
Twitter for
just
reactions,
say-
and they almost got
yeah,
me with that.
like-
one.
like-
Almost got me.
Man, I've like found myself on Twitter more often
That's a
than
good one.
Facebook now.
Yeah.
Man, and yeah, like niggas say shit solely to go fucking viral
Yep,
on
that's all it
Twitter.
is.
It's
That's all it is.
yeah, it's like, hey, whole bunch of white naive bussy boys be on there too. It's like man, just saying shit for females to like I mean, and niggas know exactly what to say to get all the females to like post and like retweet their shit. It's like anything that's bashing men and like saying that women was right.
To get posted on the shade room, whatever they can to get the
Yeah.
interaction. That's all
So,
it
question, like, what was that engagement like? Like, what was people's responses to that? Like, Martin wasn't funny.
is. There's people putting memes in the thing. One of them was like,
niggas in there, man. But
let me see
see,
if I can find this shit again. Let me see.
yeah, the worst part though is I mean, be niggas in the comments that'll like keep the fuckery going. It'll be like, I mean, he ain't lying. Let him cook. It's like no, nigga, he is lying. It ain't nothing factual about what he
See, I
said.
found it. Here we go. There's just a bunch of people. Like, there was this response.
Sit your ass.
People just going off in the comments. I'm just like, I wanted to respond so bad, and then from life, people was going off in the comments, and I was like, y'all doing me a service because I want to respond, but I'm also like, I'm not getting triggered. I'm not getting sucked into this.
And what's crazy is like like the motherfucker who put that shit is probably watching Martin laughing and appreciating all the engagement that he's getting.
Or he's in the comments is like, "Why y'all here? Check out my
Yeah.
do rag line or some stupid shit." No, man.
It's like, dude, it's like,
Bruh,
man,
and then I looked at the picture and I'm like, yeah, she's trying to get engagement.
yeah, man,
She's trying to get somebody to talk to.
Is that Cree Summer from a different world?
Man, dude,
That's what it look like.
That bitch
name
look
is Raven?
That bitch look like she wasn't even
Ironically
old
Raven,
enough
yeah.
to fucking watch
Set
Martin.
us up, yeah.
Man, no, it's like, man, and the thing about it is they say the same thing. It's like, man, they'll say some shit like that they know is gonna go viral because it's gonna outrage black people all over the universe. And the first thing that they'll do is be like, oh, I wasn't expecting this to get as many.
I wasn't expecting this tweet to go viral.
Yeah, but since you're here, like, no, nigga, I'm not following your Instagram. I'm not streaming your fucking mixtape. I'm not doing any of that.
That's
it's
crazy.
It's like, man, I'm gonna dox your ass.
No, I'm surprised the Wayans Bros doesn't get as much love as it deserves.
But you in my head.
Because that show,
You're in my head.
every episode, I can sit here and watch it and go bar for bar with it.
Now, like, really though, a show that don't get the appreciation. Well, no, correction.
Don't say
like,
Jamie Foxx show because it does get appreciation.
Well, I was about to fix myself and say it's like I'm starting to see people, man, they're starting to give it its flowers, but like the Jamie Foxx show is like for the longest did not even come up in the conversation of like best black TV shows, like in like, and look, I'm not saying that I was the one with Fresh Prince. It's like, man, shit. I'm not saying that Fresh Prince is a tad bit overrated, but people putting it at the top. It's like, I mean, if we being honest, I could probably name 3 shows that I'd much rather watch before Fresh Prince.
And I'm glad you said that. But before I go into that, if people don't know, Bentley Kyle Evans was the producer behind Martin and Jamie Foxx show.
Bentley Kyle Evans.
Bentley Kyle Evans. So if you remember,
A Black History fact.
Hey, it's February in a couple days. So I'm gonna start dropping these bitches. So
Daily
Bentley Kyle,
people.
if niggas don't know, Bentley Kyle Evans, and if you don't know who he looks like, the one in Martin, he was the one. He used to be like, "You so almondy." You don't remember that? What's up, almond? Or something. It was when he was inside the fucking the DMV.
Yeah.
So that was Bentley Kyle Evans. So Bentley Kyle Evans, he's
I
done.
don't even know this.
People don't know this, but Jamie Foxx show. Yeah. But I'm glad to kind of go off of what you guys were saying. So he's in my head about Wayne's Bros because I was going to ask about that, and then the Jamie Foxx. Yeah. So controversy, or controversial question. Top five, because you just said that.
I'd have to put them in order, or
top
just
5 like black shows.
Black shows
from what era? Like all time, or?
Whatever you want. Black shows all time. I'll let you have it first. And get this man a chance to think about it.
Because mine is gonna come from like.
So if you're gonna say 90s, then go 90s. But if
it'd be like late 90s, early 2000s, because that's when I was like growing up, really seeing like black TV.
So are we gonna put a cap on it? You don't want to put a timeline on it, or you just gonna go top 5 black?
Top 5, I guess.
Okay, top 5 black. But see, because he said he can name 3 shows.
Wait, a top 5
in no order though. I don't know if I could put them in
No
order
order.
because sometimes it depends on the episode. Where I'll say, you know what,
Are we saying top 5 all time, or like top 5 from a time period?
No,
personal
top 5. Yeah,
personal top 5.
Personal top 5.
Yeah.
Man, all right. Well, Wayans Bros, I got it.
Okay.
I could
That's
probably name
that
5
one I'll
that
put
I'd
up
rather
top
watch
for
instead
sure.
of-
Martin is on there.
Don't give your answers
I'm
yet,
not,
man.
I'm not.
Don't. I will ad-lib, man.
I'm letting the host cook.
Okay.
Jamie Foxx got to be on there.
For sure.
Introduced me to Fancy.
For sure. Garcelle. Sheesh.
And then when he started doing the jingles, I was like, this shit
Jingles
is just...
2000. I'm coming home tonight. Leave a message.
They had the jingle off in the office.
Man. Keep on rising. I know it all.
I gotta get this nigga going.
Yeah, I'm stop.
Damn.
And that jingle off was crazy.
Yeah.
She went crazy on him.
Now, I'm an episode that I was watching the other day. The one with him, Mary J. Blige, and
Ron Isley?
It's classic.
That's it. That was a classic. You remember that one? Mm-hmm. Hey, man, so you gonna get off track.
Okay.
Just like
we got the Snapple facts. You know.
Okay.
What
These lists out here, man. I know the people that's listening right now. They probably naming off their top 5, and they listening to make sure they're like, that we
Nobody was missed.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So
now I'm trying to think though.
Wait,
it got hard for you though. After 2.
Who'd you say so far?
So Wayans Bros. That one just different for me.
Wayans Brothers.
Jamie Foxx, Martin. Only because those two, like I said, I'm an only child, so only time I could be around grown folks is when TV was on.
Okay.
So I come home from school, we watch that. So
Yeah.
damn, it's hard to throw more in, but I do want to say I like Moesha. Growing up, I love Moesha.
And Moesha slept well.
Wow.
Yeah, you know, and
I didn't
Moesha don't get
expect
the
that
credit.
Moesha
From you.
Yeah,
I didn't expect that Moesha for anybody except me.
real.
I'll wait. Wow.
And Moesha had what was it? What was the name of the
She had Usher on there. If
No,
you're
no,
talking about
no.
a boyfriend, Q,
I know the name
okay.
of the station that it was on.
WB and UPN.
Yeah, UPN.
Yeah.
That's one of the black
Wow.
shows.
Number 5 is kind of a tie.
You didn't say? Oh, you did say. You said Martin and Jamie together. Okay.
So no, the 5th one right now is gonna be a tie.
Right.
Bernie Mac show. Love the Bernie Mac show. And then this one, shout out Alan if you listen, but One on One. I used to like watching One on One. I had a thing for Kyler Pratt, but that shit was cool to me. One on One was cool to me.
Hey, her friend though was fine too though.
The dark skin joint.
I ain't gonna lie to you. She had a weird name. It was one name.
Yeah.
So isolate yourself.
You know, I saw Kyler Pratt at Comic-Con over the summer. She's exactly the same. She has not aged a bit.
You know, black don't crack.
Black don't crack. You know her old dude, old boy from like L.A. Ink or something, like the tattoo show.
Yeah.
He Compton something. I seen him pull up in a when we was in L.A. for that. Remember that year? I want to say it was the BET Awards when you got the Jay-Z 20th
Oh
anniversary.
yeah.
Pulled up in this nice ass blue thing on Hollywood Boulevard. I was like, Jesus Christ, it was nasty. And I seen him. I could
Your
think
DJ
about,
Envy pulled up too. That yeah.
but all I could think about was like seeing him. I'm like, you lucky motherfucker, boy, Kyla.
She is so fine.
She's fine.
Just seeing her in person, I was like 10 feet away, and I was like, God
Jesus
damn.
Christ. That's a good list though because it's unorthodox.
Okay, so you said Jamie Foxx,
Wayans
Brothers, Martin, Moesha, and
The 5th one I had
Bernie Mac and One-on-One time.
Bernie Mac and One on One. Yeah.
Go ahead, buddy. What you
okay.
got?
Now question is this just sitcoms or like black shows in general?
What you even say, Thea?
No.
207? Or what's the one with
No, man.
Sister?
No, man. Because you know,
Fuck.
you can throw in a Chappelle show. I mean,
That's a show. That's a. I don't know. What
You know
think?
what? See, I
you
didn't
think?
even think
Sitcoms.
that.
I didn't think
I was
either.
thinking straight sitcom.
I did too.
Okay. I'll keep it a straight sitcoms then. Yeah, because
Nigga say Cosby Show first.
no, man. No, man. But I was thinking because it was like black shows in general. And, like man, and then that fucked up my list because then I'm just like, okay, well, man, like I have to make room for like In Living Color, Chappelle Show.
Okay, not sketch.
Okay, so let's see.
Sitcoms.
Sitcoms, no particular order.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Martin. I'm gonna go Jamie Foxx show. I'm gonna go Family Matters.
That was gonna be on my list, but
Yeah, like man,
a little too young when it came out. Sorry, you know what I mean.
I'm gonna go probably my second favorite show to Martin is Sanford and Son.
Okay.
Ooh, and number 5, who do I give number 5 to? Because I want to go Dark Horse and go, I fucking Homeboys in Outer Space because that was like highly slept on. I mean,
Hey, he said a flex show, so I give you that one.
but
They mentioned that on Atlanta. I watched the episode of Atlanta. They mentioned it.
But it's like, man, shit. I'm gonna go completely left field, and go like fucking straight to the hood, deep cut. I'm gonna go Seaburn and Jamal. You remember that? They were
okay.
Jamal.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
You know what's funny?
Yeah, man. I
We
was
went
gonna go Wayne here, but I was just like, you know what?
That's a good one too.
That's
we went
Seaburn
to
and Jamal.
Jersey way back in the day. One of my grandparents passed, my dad's side. Went to Blockbuster, and that's what I rented.
Yeah.
See, Bear
And they was like, "What you watch? This is a thug ass cartoon." And I was like, "This is my shit, though."
bro, you know what though? You kind of resemble Jamal, bro. And Seabear's right next to him. That's Pooh. You got Seabear next to you, bro. That's crazy. Okay. Top 5 for me, no particular order. We got to start off with Martin. Like, I feel like everybody got Martin in their top 5.
Yeah, Martin.
But kind of similar to Tevin's is I got Martin. I do got Jamie Foxx, 100%. Jamie Foxx is where I wanted to do jingles. So, like, he catapulted. I might want to do music, but he catapulted, like, me where I'm at with it with jingles. So, I was going to say Wayne's Bros, but...
Man, I just thought of another one that I could have threw in there. But yeah, man.
Too late, nigga. Martin, Jamie Foxx show. I'm gonna tip the iceberg and go Parenthood.
Oh my
With
God.
Robert Townsend.
Yeah,
Oh
great
shit.
Reagan Gomez Preston. Fine.
Lonnie and I in Paris had a whole night. We bonded and watched a Parenthood marathon. Found that shit on YouTube.
It's a good fucking show.
God
A good
damn.
show.
Shout out Zaria.
Oh my God, sorry, goddamn. I am going to say Moesha, 100%. Moesha for me, and that's why I was like, it's crazy because Moesha was definitely my top. And then I'm going to end it, and this one is a different one. It's Living Single. Living Single.
Ooh, Living Single. That was a good one.
I know Living Single from beginning to the end. When we stayed in Vista, like Regine. Again, that's fucking Kim Fields and Alexis Fields. So with that one, I would watch the marathon. It was just crazy. It ended stupid, but it was crazy. So those are my top 5, my personal black top 5. And then like,
a question for you.
Yeah.
Would you consider a New York Undercover a black show?
no.
Okay, yeah,
No.
yeah, because I had to Puerto Rican.
Well, it's minority. If we can talk minority show,
Okay.
that's a good show though.
Do you feel, because this was, again, I'll be on Twitter, so I'll be seeing arguments, but somebody had compiled a case that Friends was a direct ripoff
From Living
of
Single.
Living Single.
It was 100%.
Direct ripoff. One of the multiple instances, but
So I don't know if you've seen the Breakfast Club interview with Erica Alexander.
yes.
And Erica Alexander, who played Maxine Shaw, attorney at law, on Living Single, she basically said it like when they was on the lot on the I guess it's the Warner Bros lot in LA. I'm not sure if it was Warner Bros.
Yeah.
But anyway, so on that lot, their set was in the back.
Yeah.
And when they found out with the whole Friends thing, they wanted them to kind of diversify the show, and they was like, we're gonna stick to this. We're going to stick to this black show. Yeah. So the producers were like, how do we make that show? Because they didn't expect the show to be as big as it was. Mm-hmm. So when those ratings came in, they was like, oh shit, Living Single is really popping. Yeah. But we need a white version now. And Friends came as a derivative. Yep. They took the same plot.
They did.
If you look at it, it's the same plot. Mm-hmm. It's I don't know if it's New York City for Friends though. But Friends. It is. I think it's in New York City, with Friends, and then they took the main, I guess, hub of the show was in that apartment. Yeah. Same thing like Living Single, the same thing. They took the whole idea from them. Mm-hmm. And they said it too. They said what was even crazier was the following year when, after like season 3, everybody was getting like $1 million a show. They doing like 30 episodes. 20 episodes or whatever, getting $1 million a year. And they was like, we wasn't getting that. And they moved us again to the back lot.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So Erica Alexander said it best. And she why would she lie about it? Yeah, they ripped the show, and they knew the producers that took it because the network said, we need a white Living Single.
Yeah. That reminds me of another show. Bobby, you can say your show you didn't put on. I just thought about another one.
I don't know. I was thinking of like for New York Undercover, man. Yeah, man. But I don't.
Malik Yoba, shout out to Malik Yoba, man. Cool Runnings.
Yeah, yeah, man. I really can't think of too many black characters on there. And now, man.
It was Malik Yoba and then the light skinned chick, but I think she was like Puerto Rican.
She was Puerto Rican.
Yeah. But that was a good show though. That was a good show, and then till his partner got killed. Man, now we talking about this shit like it's crazy. I'm sitting here like, damn, I know that much TV.
I know.
From the 90s though. I just new shit. I don't watch
outside,
TV.
My boy.
I was outside though.
Been outside.
I was outside though, but it's just the fact that, again, just like you guys can probably break down like, your games and all the other shit, and still outside. I was outside, but it was just, I was so glued to entertainment. And that's why I think, like, doing the podcast today, like, entertainment is what I was supposed to do in life, even though I got a job, right? Take care of my responsibilities, but entertainment was my life.
You know what? Now, man, now, and I'm thinking about it, it's like I think I would probably take off Family Matters and I would replace that with Fresh Prince. I think I've probably like seen more funnier episodes than Fresh Prince. But
is it bad I didn't put it in my top 5 though?
What?
I didn't put Fresh Prince in my top 5.
No.
Fresh Prince was good though.
No,
I fuck with Fresh Prince.
No, it's like, man, shit. I will say that I've seen more funnier episodes of Fresh Prince, but I feel like Family Matters is just a better written television show.
It was because it actually showed a black family that wasn't like check to check. Yeah. Right. It showed family values. Mm-hmm. It had funny, but it also had real life situations.
Right.
Now, here's one show nobody said. This is my close 6. So it's a tie. and I don't know why it's a tie.
Does it start with a D?
No,
Okay.
it's not. It's actually Malcolm and Eddie.
You know, at Malcolm and Eddie, man,
It was a good show.
It was.
at UPN.
UPN had the
UPN
fucking
had
show.
all the black
UPN
shows
had a
in there.
good show.
Have you ever seen Homos Out of Space?
No.
Great
Wow.
show. Great
Flex
fucking
Alexander and Daryl from a Different World.
show. Flex Alexander, the best Michael Jackson.
Once a year,
my
somebody posts that damn picture of him. I'm like, I forgot this shit was even allowed to happen.
Yo, who signed off on that? Yo, nigga, this is a green light. It was horrible.
Yeah, it's like, man, if somebody cast a nigga said, you know what, he's the best choice we could go with for Michael Jackson.
Yo, that was borderline as worse as they did when they did Tupac in the Biggie movie. It was the same show. I was like, yeah, this is some bullshit. But there's so many motherfuckers out there that actually like that show. I like the movie, the Michael Jackson movie.
Man, but,
What network was that on? It was
I
a
don't
network
even-
movie, wasn't it?
It was. I don't
Because
even
it wasn't
know.
like a movie. It was a like network movie.
I don't know what network. I couldn't tell you.
damn, I just started thinking. So, like, if we talking black sitcoms, it's like, man, I would have to say that a Snowfall, like it has to be in my top 5.
I've never seen it though.
Oh, great show.
Never seen it.
Man,
You might as
so
well talk about fucking Power. That's a great show.
never watched Power.
I know.
but I have been watching BMF.
But you never
though.
watched Power?
No, never
Nah.
watched Power. It's
Oh,
like
we
it's
talked
like
about this shit, and he was like, "I ain't watching that shit."
yeah,
You're
man.
missing
I've
out.
watched
Really?
Like,
What are
man,
you? What's wrong? I mean,
I
I
tried
haven't
to
watched.
watch.
I watched some of them, but
So like, man, so look, check it out. So, man, I just started watching BMF, but I've been watching BMF. And initially when I first watched it, I was like, this shit is fucking terrible. Like, because me, like, fun fact, I'm someone who likes to write, or like man, fuck it, I want to write TV. Like direct TV. So from a perspective of someone who wants to write, that show is written horribly. But like yeah man, but I ended up like started watching fucking reality TV.
Yeah.
And then like when I started noticing that I was starting to enjoy reality TV, I went back to watch BMF, and I'm like, you know what, this show is actually not that bad. It's actually pretty good. But it's like I was just watching it recently, and something was bothering me about the show, man. I was just like, so like, man, for Lil Meech, it's like, dude is a terrible actor. Like, I'm sure he's a great guy.
he's a great guy.
But like, yeah, he is a horrible actor. It's like everything he says is in one way. It's aggressive and fast. Yeah, like, man. So I'm watching the show, and I'm like noticing. I'm like, damn. For me, he's a terrible actor. Like everyone he's interacting with is just as bad, man. Like, man, so I was just like, wait, so if everybody else is just as bad, I mean, and does that make him good? It's like, man, you know, man, there's no stand up. Like honestly, the best actor in that, or actress in that fucking show is Lala. I mean, that says a lot.
Hold on. You
Lala,
reaching.
wait, Lala's in BMF?
Yeah.
Wasn't she in Power?
Yeah. Because
It's all 50 Cent. Okay.
She is
But you
fucking
reaching.
every show that she's in.
You're reaching. I'm gonna say you're reaching.
Reaching for facts, because she's
You do realize,
she's
like,
mediocre.
no. The point I'm making is
She's straight.
you said the best actor / actress in that show is Lala.
Or the black bald-headed cop.
Excuse
dude.
me. Damn. So you can say that, but the ones that play Meech's parents, they're fucking vets. So how can you say that Lala?
Being vets don't make you good, though.
You're fucking sick in the head.
It just makes you. It just makes you a nigga that's done a lot of shit.
What
mediocre.
have you not watched anything that they've done?
Yeah.
In that show, you're honestly right now saying,
Yeah, the dad is a fucking hater in every goddamn show. That
is it his fault that he's a hater? That's what the scripters wrote.
That
don't mean
nigga
he's
got.
a bad
I'm a
actor.
hater face. I'm in a hater small webby fro.
So what?
It's like, yo, like real shit.
So what you're saying
real
is-
shit. And the fro that nigga has in BMF, like man, that is a mean dad fro.
a mean
That
dad.
works for the factory.
The nigga
Frank
does.
off Moesha. Immediately, when you said mean dad, bro, immediately Frank came to mind.
Yo, that like, man, that mean dad fro come with fucking 5 dry clean uniforms that got name tags on it. They're from some factory. I mean, the auto factory or the dairy factory. like one of them.
Crazy. Bro, have you seen Frank's Frodo? Oh man, no. Have you seen at the reunion?
I'm sure it's the same Fro.
That's why he said that shit's hilarious.
It's the same, like perfect circumference, mean nigga Fro.
Man, I encourage you guys to look up like the reunion, like the Moesha reunion. I don't know if it was on The Real or whatever show it was on. Man, they brought bro out, and this nigga's fro is so perfectly shaped, and it looks so fake. I'm just like, but Frank had a fro, boy. Like he had a fucking fro. But that's funny.
Yeah,
but
man,
I got sidetracked. But what I feel like you're saying
late 70s
is
football, like black football nigga.
that's like Jim Brown fro. So, but I think you're taking the nigga's character as a hater and saying he's a bad actor. That's two different things.
Oh no, nigga, with them froze come.
You saying that you don't see the range in him?
Records.
That what you mean? You don't see the range in his acting? Because he always the same nigga across the board.
Yeah, it's
This
not like
nigga said Lala though. Lala,
man,
she fine and shit, but she's not the best actress on that fucking show.
She's the only person in that show who actually shows like a range of personality. It's like.
Is that that's because of the character though? But why are you getting their acting chops separated? Like
I'm just saying, it's like being able to show a range of of fucking acting skills. It's like I say that because everybody in that show has one character trait, one speed. It's like for Meech, it's like the nigga's always aggressive. It's like the nigga was doing a sex scene and
with Cash Doll, that one.
Yeah, and he was aggressive while he's like, yeah, bitch, ride my dick, bitch, and I'm just like, bro.
Yeah, nah, I agree.
And man, nigga, don't get me started on fucking Snoop. It's like that nigga's not even acting. He's just wearing fucking church clothes.
Did you say he was just regular Snoop in a reverend costume? That was it.
Yeah, it's like this nigga is just Snoop as a reverend. He's not acting like one. He's just wearing reverend's clothes.
Yo, when I seen that, I was like, this is the worst selection ever.
Yeah, it's like man, shit. I know at 50's your nigga and everything, hey, but I'm just like, man, you could have had Snoop play anybody else
but the Reverend.
Yeah, it's
the Reverend. And the thing is, like, he don't change anything.
No, not at all.
On the blessed cuz. Like,
he has one speed.
This nigga, yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. But what I will say is, if you didn't watch Power, which I know you haven't, I encourage you to at least watch a couple episodes because
I feel like
Power was not bad. And when you're talking about range, you get so attached to some of those shows because every show, as it's supposed to be, is a cliffhanger. But I think the range, like the character selection in that show. Now, I didn't watch the shit with Tariq and that shit afterwards. Mm-hmm. Like his own show. Fuck all that shit.
Book of Power, whatever it was.
Yeah, Book of Power 19 or some shit. Everybody got their own show. Power was a good fucking show.
I will say that I might go back and give Power a chance, because I feel like like with BMF, it's
because you gave goddamn Empire a chance.
Oh shit!
I didn't like it either. I didn't watch it.
The nigga loved Terrence Howard. He's like, nigga, I'm gonna watch that shit.
You a goddamn liar.
Terrence Howard was my motherfucking boy.
You are a motherfucking liar.
I know he said man 100 times. Come on,
liar.
cooking man.
Hey man, Terrence Howard, I will always be bulletproof because he did Hustle and Flow. It's like Hustle and Flow is probably like one of the best movies.
Hey, not to our home. We interviewed Oscar-winning.
Yeah, Fraser Boy.
Hey, I'm just thinking in my head, like, nigga, I ain't never interviewed somebody that won an Oscar. Nigga, what the fuck going on?
No, that's dope. It's like.
Oh, anyway, go ahead. But shout out to Fraser Boy, man. That was crazy.
We interviewed on my Oscar winner.
Oscar winner.
Speaking of black sitcoms, how y'all feel about Abbott Elementary?
Who?
Abbott Elementary.
I've never heard of it.
See,
this shit is so wholesome.
It's a good show. I'm gonna shout out. Don't get me wrong. I didn't watch a lot of it, but kind of connecting dots with Moesha, Shirley, Ralph. That all of them won like daytime Emmys and shit like that. I'm gonna fuck with the show on the strength of where what's her name? Like, and I'm sorry, I didn't watch.
Quinta B.
Oh, you say who's the kid? I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Anyway, dude. But her name is Quinta, right? Yeah. Okay, so you remember where she started from?
YouTube.
Right? Crazy. Oh, he got money. Like,
yeah.
And then you took it to a level to now you got like a syndicated not syndicated, but like a actual sitcom on a very well was it ABC.
ABC, yeah.
You know, ABC is hard to come by. ABC is
And for a
the-
prime time slot too.
exactly. ABC is the powerhouse. That's who you got to go through first. This is the biggest machine on network TV. So like I just salute that, and I think it's a dope show. I like that they brought Christopher Tyler Williams or Christopher Williams or everybody hates Chris.
Yep.
Whatever nigga. I didn't know he was autistic.
He is?
He's autistic,
Oh shit.
and you would never know that. But
His character in the show seems autistic though.
oh, okay.
you
He a teacher?
Watch the show though. Watch the way he acts in the show.
Okay.
Seems very autistic.
I'm watching.
Easily overstimulated, very much just kind of,
Yeah, I didn't watch a lot of it, but it was a good show.
Yo, I want all these niggas from like black TV shows that got 3 first names.
Man, this nigga but was it on a TV show when the parents named him Christopher Tyler Michael Dante Williams? Shit, who knows? But but still, like Abbott Elementary, I think I should get more into it. But I did watch a couple episodes and I liked it. And I respect her hustle. That was dope.
Yeah. I like the show. At first, I was like, it's kind of whatever. 'Cause
Yeah.
I couldn't get into Blackish. I tried to.
Yeah, I stopped watching Blackish.
I tried to get into Blackish, but it just wasn't pulling me in. Abbott Elementary, I watched one episode. I was like, it was cool. Then I ended up binging both seasons in like one afternoon, like one day. Just
see,
watch
like,
it.
I might even watch Blackish.
Them 3
but
months
I
was a
watched,
bitch, wasn't it? Them 3 months was a bitch. Huh?
Like, I didn't watch Blackish, but I watched Black as Fuck on Netflix.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's like
That sound familiar.
it's it's cool. It's a pretty cool little show. It's
What about
like
Insecure? My bad.
Oh my god,
I'm
that's
watching-
classic.
oh man,
Did you like Insecure?
yeah,
You didn't
yeah,
watch
yeah.
it? Oh,
I didn't watch it.
I'm thinking like, oh, I didn't like it. Oh, it's cute.
It's
Classic.
cool.
Issa Rae.
It's
Yeah, the
alright.
last season was kind of weak, but
Yeah, I agree with you.
The last episode pissed me off, though.
I didn't watch the last episode.
Good. Don't watch it.
Yeah.
Shit pissed me off.
yeah, it's like, man, like fucking a whole bunch of like loose ends and just shit was just starting to happen. It was just like,
I was gonna ask. So was the last episode like a cliffhanger, like how they did Girlfriends?
No, the
Did you
last-
watch Girlfriends?
no,
I watched it back in the day, yeah.
of course not.
The last episode literally
Dr. Frazier.
literally ended everything, but kind of fast forwarded.
Yeah, basically.
So they all got their storybook ending, but it didn't really give a transition to how they got there.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
So at the end, I was like, oh, she's gonna wake. It's gonna be a dream. She's gonna wake up.
That's what I thought.
This shit's not gonna be like how it ended. Then the
Oh,
show
I did
ended.
see that one. I seen that one. So I thought, I'm glad you said that. I thought that the reason why it ended like that was because they didn't get renewed. So she probably had season or at least another season in the clutch, and they had to figure out how the fuck can we end this.
And though,
This season.
it's like, but now that you're saying that, because after that, like that last season, like those last few episodes, it just seemed like they just fast forwarded a lot of shit. So
Yeah.
so like it might have been a situation where it like like the last the season finale was like 2 parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, like having many episodes and like, another set of episodes because, like you said, it just went from like, okay, like present time shit's going on and then like the last episode is like fast forward however many years and it's just like you got
Everybody's perfect. Everything that they
Yeah.
wanted, they got it.
They got it.
And I'm like, I
Yeah.
thought it was gonna be like she gonna wake up and she in the mirror bullshit and sit in the tub, but it was it.
Yeah.
The credits just came on, and I was like,
I feel like that's what happened. They just didn't know how to put the seasons because she was like, whoa, we was on schedule to do another season and this was it, and we just had to figure out how the fuck we gonna combine these 2 seasons into this.
Yo.
I didn't plan for this.
And and what else I noticed about that show? It's like, man, there was a lot of man ass in that show. It's like,
Oh, they
that
gonna
was by design though, because
was.
she was saying like in a lot of shows, like Malala and shit, women are showing everything, and men don't show nothing. So she was like, on my show, like we're gonna have the opposite. Like I'm gonna give the women some shit to look at.
yeah,
Like, we gonna switch
there's
it
a
up.
lot of man ass.
And her best friend, if you guys don't know, her best friend was a virgin. The African chick.
In real life, yeah, she's a
In real
virgin.
life, in real life, she's a virgin until marriage.
The
And
African chick.
Well, she's African. If you guys don't know, she's black. Obviously, in the show.
Which one?
The best friend, the corporate one.
Oh, Molly.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Molly's a virgin. In real
Yeah,
life.
she's a virgin in real life. So her part of her contract, she was like, I can't. I'm not going to show this. I'm not going to show that because of my beliefs and my family watches the show. So I'm not going to show my body and shit. They was like, all right, cool. So also on top of that, but she did do some like quote unquote sex scenes.
Yeah.
But yeah, She's a virgin in real life, and that.
That's that's wild. Because dude, wasn't she a hoe in the show? And she was fucking everybody in the show, wasn't she?
But I don't think you can see that though.
Well,
Like
no,
she
no.
wasn't
see much.
scenes with like that.
Yeah. Like it wasn't scenes, but like man, but her character was like getting bust down by everybody.
Yeah, but hey, don't show it.
And fun fact: her and Andrew were together because Issa was like, "I want to bring together the two least what's the word? The least desired groups of people," and it was said to be black women and Asian men. So she wanted to bring together the least desirable people and bring that into like a situation. I don't believe black women were the least desired. I don't believe that.
You know,
hell no.
'Cause everybody
for
wants to be a black
Issa,
girl.
she be swirling out there. You know, she
Issa's
on that
married
swirl
to.
shit.
Issa got married in a private location to. I think he African too.
You know, she still likes to swirl.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Issa's in the sneakers, man. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like, man, I be seeing, she's, she got an ear to the street. That man, I be seeing her sneakers. She be wearing like a whole bunch of like black brands.
We went to season 2. So she was doing the thing in L.A. It was like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but each night was a different season. So it was at a theater up there. So we went up there on a Saturday. We got like tickets to it and watched the whole season 2 in a theater.
I want to go to that. It's like,
dope.
yeah,
Was she there?
Oh yeah, we met her. So Lonnie, my best friend, she actually got a picture with her. That's like her idol.
That's dope.
But she had on the Union Forest, the black joints, and I was like, yo, we both were blown away because for one, she's just so humble, she's so sweet. But also, she had the shoes on. I was like, damn, okay, she really out here. The tall nigga was there, Sadrunas or whatever his real name is. Mm-hmm. He was at Comic-Con too. Ran into him there. And then her brother from the show was there.
light skinned nigga.
Yeah,
tall light skinned nigga.
And then
you know his. Sorry to cut you off. His tall light skinned nigga. Which one you talking about? The one from the not Lawrence.
Not Lawrence.
Yeah,
the tall one.
Yeah, the tall light
His baby
skinned.
mama is
The one that was busting down Molly.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know if you know, his brother is the one that got Keke Palmer pregnant.
Really.
Oh, why would I know that?
And he has a
My ears be to the streets, boy. For real.
Yeah.
his baby mama's on the show too, right? I'm pretty sure his
don't
baby
know,
mama's
baby.
on the show.
I don't know.
I forgot her name, but
It is irrelevant. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the nigga like that. I just know because I've seen the pictures.
Yeah.
And his brother will always post, and then Keke Palmer got pregnant. I was like, okay.
Man. Like, man, I actually took a trip up to L.A. Just to go take a picture of him in front of those apartments under the Eastern State in.
Weird ass nigga.
No, it's like
Yeah,
like,
I would do the same thing. Weird ass nigga.
and real shit. I mean, it was a lot of people that was up there doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, because it's iconic. It's iconic. It's just like the Full House. When I went to San Francisco for my birthday.
yeah.
Nigga, Full House, nigga. They so many motherfuckers outside there for that. Whatever happened to predictability? Let me quit bullshit. But have you guys ever watched Sweet Life? That is also an Issa Rae.
No.
Never seen it.
Sweet Life, no.
Wow.
Never even heard of it.
HBO Max. I'm telling you.
Sweet Life.
If you into like reality,
Oh,
I'm telling you, y'all crazy right here.
was that the one with the two chicks? I mean, it's like the city girl type chicks.
Nah, nigga, that's rap shit.
Okay, rap shit. Okay,
I have
seen
seen
that
rap
one.
shit. So rap shit is.
I started watching that.
Yeah, so rap shit is an Issa Rae, but Sweet Life LA it's just like a real world, but they follow these LA youngins trying to make it.
Is it like Baldwin Hills, sort of like that?
I was watching Baldwin Hills the other day. I ran into Mariah at fucking Legoland. That's another story. But no, I guess you could say it's like Baldwin Hills, but it basically follows a life. But it's a good fucking show. They got season 2, but season 1 is crazy. Like it's crazy, and they turned the fuck up.
I felt stupid. Hey, man, I was about to be like, hey, y'all remember that show? What was it? A City Hills, a City Heights, man, but that was a group.
It's neither one of them.
You talking about City High?
Yeah, it's something like that.
Nigga said City Hills, City Heights.
That
You were wrong
wasn't-
both times, nigga.
Yeah, that wasn't what you gonna do when you come home and the baby's hungry or some shit. Like come home and the sun
Yeah, you're
goes
just-
up and the
yeah.
baby's hungry.
Hey, hang that one up, bro. Just hang it up. Hey, and it kind of piggyback off that. We
Yeah, they was
ran.
on top of the roof and they was singing a song.
No, nigga. What I was gonna say is we ran into one of the niggas at the Sweetie. Remember we went up there for the shoe con or whatever.
Yeah.
We went to the
Yeah,
Sweetie
SneakerCon.
Sweetie Pies or whatever it
Yeah.
is. The restaurant, but they like from based out of Memphis.
Yeah.
He was in there, and I was telling niggas, I said, yo, that's a nigga from Galley.
Yo, Now you run into so many niggas like up in L.A. I mean,
Yeah.
just like random spots.
Yeah, I think
He be knowing all of them too. He's like, oh, that's his. I'm just like, oh,
entertainment's my life.
word, that's nigga in line. Or
The
what?
best, I think nigga got a 2-piece. It was delicious. I think the best, my best run in was fucking Common. I'm gonna say Common.
Word?
We run into Common. We at the time when Lowercase was working at in Beverly Hills on Film on TV.
Yeah.
And every Sunday we would shoot up there and he would record his show in Beverly Hills, and it was just crazy how the time it happened because it was his first night, on air. And the nigga phone, he had this bullshit ass iPhone that went dead, and we was on the directions. So this nigga, true story, we had to pull over to a gas station in L.A. And he went to like one of them hobo ass niggas to plug his phone up on the side of the building. And we see this motherfucking Land Rover pull up with a bad, I'm talking about bad, finger licking bad. She hop out, and now we was like, damn, she hard. This nigga hops out,
Oh,
opens.
she's black?
She was black.
Okay.
But this was, I think this was 2013.
Y'all was pre-Serena then.
Yeah, preacher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she hop out, she go in the store and come back out or whatever, and then Common hops out the motherfucking car, opens the door for her so she can get in, and the nigga turn around. We was just like, man, it's gonna be funny as fuck. Who we gonna run into when we out here?
Yeah.
Nigga open the door and this nigga Lowercase see her, he see him and was like, good music. And the nigga turn around was like, he point. I was like, nigga, this is Common. What the fuck? It was just crazy. It was just crazy. So to kind of like you say, you run into people just random as fuck. Like LA is like, I don't ever get tired of LA. I talk to people all the time. They be like,
LA is interesting. I ran into Macy Gray at the Walk of Fame.
what she didn't offer you no cocaine?
No, I was sitting back there. It was my 18th birthday. We was out there.
Hey,
Trying to walk away.
hey, I'm lightheaded fucking with y'all niggas. I think that and Frank, boy, y'all got my night with that one. Macy Gray.
I was my 18th birthday, and I was feeling myself already. And she walked past me, and she turned around. She said, "That nigga cute." And I said, "That was my shit right there the whole night."
Did you start singing the theme song, Ass Told by Ginger?
No, I was sitting there. I was like, "That's Macy Gray." Mom said, "Ain't no goddamn Macy Gray, boy. Bring your ass." I said, "No, it's Macy Gray."
It's on some shit that Macy Gray was saying. That nigga cute.
It was the voice of the afro. That's how I knew. And she had this bullshit ass scarf on. So I was like, it's either Macy Gray or a
Why is that nigga
hobo.
if he got a cigarette?
She looked like for real deal, like she. Wow, Macy Gray.
It was Macy Gray. And I was like,
Macy
"Damn."
Gray, like one of the only celebrities, just like rich as fuck, but look like she still probably smoke crack in the
Man,
alley.
bro, it looked, she looked like she opened a bag and like
Yeah.
teeth and motherfucker around her gums and shit. Macy Gray, man. But you know what though? I ain't gonna trip on her career. She a couple episodes, actresses, and like I said, I never watched As Told by Ginger. I just remember her voice. And
That
then
was a good show. I like that show.
it was, but then like
Told by Ginger was good.
I don't know. Macy Gray just kind of like
It was obscure as fuck because I was like, Macy. Like, for one, how the fuck even know who Macy Gray was back then? I was
I'm
like,
telling you, like you be in LA in random fucking spots and run into like random fucking celebrities.
yeah. I think for me is people think I'm crazy, and I'm like, man, I love LA. I really love LA.
LA is interesting as fuck.
I love it, and we can go to Venice Beach every single time, and you're gonna run into somebody there. But I love just the demographic. I love the diversity. I love how eclectic the LA is. Other than the traffic, right? But once you get to your destinations, it is fucking lit.
But it's like all the spots are kind of close in a way. I mean, there's
Yeah.
traffic.
They're
but
close
I mean,
in a way, but it ain't gonna take you 20 minutes to go 2 blocks
Exactly.
if you're driving. No, but LA's lit, man. I don't see how can people not be not enjoy LA? I mean, because LA is the home of everything. When you remember when all the BT Awards, all the shoot cons, all of this, all of that, there's always going to be something.
LA or New York, either one of those
It's
two.
LA or New York, and I've been to both places, and I'm still going to tell you,
LA is better.
is lit, and it's crazy this is 10 years in June that I've been in California, and it's fucking lit. 10 years, right?
Sheesh.
10 years.
That is crazy.
And if it's 10 years for me,
Yeah.
it's your life for you, but I'm pretty sure it's 15 years, 16 years for this nigga. Probably longer, I don't know.
Damn, man. Damn, man. I remember. Wait, that was the first time you came down. It was at the night that that was the time we went to the alley
And you
I
got
broke
fucked
a
up.
waistline fucking laptop.
And he broke his laptop.
Yeah, see, he tried to test my gangster, man. I couldn't let him.
Let me tell you what happened. That was my first time I came down here for a week.
Yeah.
And I knew I was gonna move here from the time I got off the airport, got off the plane. We got off the plane. They had to stop and get lined up. Probably an hour and a half off the plane. We was lit on the beach, and every fucking day we did something. Every single day. So I don't know what happened. We got connected, and I ended up supposed to have a perform at the alley. And he was like, "Damn, nigga, been out here a week. This is his first week. We gonna have a spot going out to the alley."
Yeah.
He fucked up. He got fucked up before we even got down there. So I was telling bro, just chill, whatever.
Yeah.
So I didn't get on stage. I wasn't tripping, nigga. I'm on vacation.
Yeah, Bacardi Memon.
And he was so fucked up. He was like, "Nah, we finna talk about this." I was like, "Bro, it ain't that serious." He lit though. "Nah, nigga, why the fuck my nigga ain't on stage? You motherfucker, you posted going off." He took this man's laptop and broke that bitch.
Damn.
But you
DJ.
can tell
Yeah.
the DJ. And I'm gonna tell you from my personal view of it, the other nigga was scared. The DJ was scared. He's like, "What the fuck, man?" He was going off, but you can tell he was scared because he wouldn't approach. But I told this nigga, I said, "Bro, you tripping. I was like, "It ain't that serious." Next morning he woke up and he's like, "Hey, that was fucked up."
It wasn't the best idea.
It wasn't the best idea.
Now, to my defense, it's like, man, shit, man. So I was upset because, like I went out my way to hit up Waistline, like Waistline, talked all the fly talk. He was all like, "Oh yeah, man, I can get him on stage, They tell him to bring a thumb drive with the song, and I do this and whoop de whoop de whoop." It's like, man, yeah, because it was you. I mean, it was some Chris and them was out here too, wasn't they?
No, it was. It could have been.
Yeah.
No, because that would have been when we moved out here. This was no. You know what? That was when we moved out here. It wasn't that week because I remember the post. You was like, "Niggas we ain't moved out here a weekend. He already got a show booked." Basically,
I know. There was a lot of people.
They came. It was that time.
Yeah. Like, man. So man. Hey, fucking me. I'm just like, yeah, because it was supposed to be like you. Yeah, but all them niggas that was gonna perform. Yeah. So it's like, man, like for the alley on Wednesdays. I mean, dude, that was the night that everybody was there. Yeah. So so man, I'm feeling like, okay, cool. I mean, I got my niggas out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, man? I'm about to get them to perform. They shit in front of a crowd out here. You know what I'm saying? Boom, I make a dope ass fucking memory. Yeah. So basically, like all throughout the night. Just to show my appreciation to the DJ who promised that they would perform. I mean, I'm buying him drinks, man. I'm buying him.
I was say,
so you was feeding the DJ.
I remember that 100%.
Yeah, man. I'm buying like him drinks, man. I'm buying all the little chicks he got with him drinks. It's like,
so you feeding the entourage and the DJ thinking,
I remember that.
This is I'm giving you this because you giving us this stage time.
Yeah. Look, man. It's like, man, shit. I ain't no gangsta ass nigga, no shit like that, man. Hey, but it's just like if I get to the point to where I'm like that, it's like a lot of shit led up to it.
I can understand the frustration though.
No,
if it was just more like, oh yeah, like we got you, come on down, and be like, all right, man.
Yeah,
the fact that you did all that to,
I remember that part. I remember that part.
And I bought that nigga a bottle of champagne. He didn't even drink. He gave it to to his lackeys on the stage. Yeah. So me, I'm like, man, I'm making sure like that everybody's having a good time. I'm buying drinks for everybody. DJ, my niggas, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, man, I'm running up a tab. Yeah. So like, I'm looking at my phone and I'm noticing. I'm just like, okay, it's getting later. So like, man, so basically every hour I'm going up there talking to Waistline. He all like, yo, it's like, man, I got him after this. I got him after this. Yeah, like, and then.
So were there other performers or was it just a club event?
No.
He was a solo.
Yeah, like, man, it was just a club event. And the DJ was gonna do me a favor by by letting them get a little, a little 5-minute performance or whatever. Yeah, so it's like, dude just kept on like, man, hey, come back after this song. So then eventually he left the DJ booth and had somebody else start DJing for him, man. Hey, so like, man, so that pissed me off because I'm like, okay, this nigga disappeared on me. And like I think he let y'all like. Wait, did he do something like man, give y'all like 2 minutes when the lights was coming on or like some shit like that?
No, we never.
Okay, yeah.
At all. Yeah, no.
So you know, as a matter of fact, it's like, yeah, the lights started coming on, and then like that's when I got pissed because I'm like, what the fuck? The club is over, everybody's leaving. Yeah, so like, yeah, man. So like, I'm like trying to talk to I'm trying to talk to the DJ. Yeah, like yeah, like I mean, this nigga just blowing me off.
Yeah.
Like, nah, man, I ain't. It's like what pissed me off was the fact that one, I did all that shit for nothing, and then two, like I know that this nigga's a pussy. But like, but because of the people he was in front of, like dude was acting hard, like nah, man, I ain't got time to nah, man, like get my face with that shit, man. So like, man, so I'm just like going back and talking to these niggas, like, oh man, I apologize, and like, and I know that they had fun, but you could like see, like you know, man, shit, dude, you know, like man, the niggas like want to perform. Like, they went to the mall and everything, like you know, got outfits.
They
and all
got
kind
ready.
of shit.
Yeah, they got ready to perform for y'all.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, like me, I'm just like, hey man, you know, let me talk to this nigga. I ain't like you know what I'm saying. So like DJ come out, it's like, you know, he got some entourage of females, and I promise I started off trying to talk cool to him, like hey man, you know, like that was fucked up, blah 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 blah, and like and this nigga's just already like bossing up on me. I mean, like in front of these hoes,
showing off. He's got a
yeah,
the
man.
crowd
So
around.
yeah, man. So like after he did that, I was like, all right, man, I gotta get him. Like we gonna like man, I'm either gonna prove a point or like me and him gonna fight, man. But I don't think he gonna fight.
Taking that laptop and breaking it though proved the point for sure.
Oh man, yeah, it's like
All that nigga shit was on there.
yeah, I don't know like what he had said, but it led to me just like slapping his shit out of his hand, and like stomping on it. Yeah, like and then we ended up leaving. Yeah, like and then that next day, man, I felt bad for doing it, and I called him and told him like, hey man, I went too far. But my nigga, you deserve that shit because you was out of pocket, man. Like, and man, dude, that shit, it was so funny because he was like a little kid. He was like, "Yeah, man, I shouldn't have did all that." I'm just like, yeah, my nigga. You know, if you would have been cool, I would have been cool, man. Like, your screen wouldn't be fucked up right now.
Yeah, it was just it was bad. I guess for me because I had just got out here, so I'm like, all right, fuck it. It's what it is. What it is.
Yeah,
you know. But I do like hindsight now, like. I understand it now. Cause I'm like, nigga, I'm invested in you for this night, and cause you doing me a side, I'm gonna do you a side. Like, I been pissed too. I probably wouldn't have broke the nigga's laptop. I just would have moved on. But the nigga was, I'm talking about that nigga was fucked up.
Yeah,
he was fucked up.
Yeah, man, I was fucked up.
So
man.
Bacardi Limon got you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, them lights back in the day, boy. It's like, man, I used to be on them.
Nigga was on them. It was a good time though. It was a good time.
Well, let's transition into music. So I know you working on an album, EP? What you working on?
I ain't working on nothing yet.
Nothing, but I mean, you got the studio time.
Yeah. So right now, studio time.
Write jingles.
I still want to. I think I could be successful.
Jamie Foxx show, no lie, had me wanting to like. Because when I was younger, I was like, I wanted to do marine biology. Bobby, hook me up, brother man. But
hey, is this my chaser, by the way?
It can be. I mean, we got sodas, we got Gatorade. What you want?
Man, you know, I'm a diabetic, man, so I gotta have like 0 sugar.
Oh, okay.
So if y'all don't got no 0 sugar, I guess I'd chase it with this sugar-free water.
We from the South, man. I mean,
hey, man, you know, I just found out I'm diabetic anyway, man. So that's why I got this energy drink, but I can kill this motherfucker.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I didn't know you was.
Yeah, man, I ain't telling nobody that shit.
I'm sorry to hear that.
But no, yeah. So,
but like I was saying, because Jamie, that shit was cool though.
Yeah.
Because Jamie Foxx was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
But seeing that Jamie was, you know, again, he made everything he did look cool.
Yeah.
He was working in a hotel, but you couldn't tell. He was just smooth with everything. The jingles, I was like, yo, you could really do like that. That's really a job.
Yeah.
I never, because as a kid, you heard jingles, you heard songs, but you never really thought about it.
Correct.
And seeing that gave you kind of like a background into it. Like, yo, this is what recording music is like. This is what that's like. And I was like, damn, I've always loved music, especially R&B and soul. So I was like, seeing that was dope. But go ahead, my bad.
No, like for me, like I'm just trying to get my feet back into it.
Yeah.
Like I said, the last thing I did was probably like 5 years ago. Yeah. I did a song called "Better Man for You," and that shit got like about 40-something thousand, like just in like a couple months. Like for me, that's big, right? So, because I had stopped that, and we was focused on doing this shit.
Yeah.
Entertainment, like for me, I never wanted to be famous. I don't give a fuck about all that. But my bucket list was to travel to like on tour, and just do some entertainment, and that's what I was doing. So it didn't bother me. But I don't know. I got to a space now where I'm like, all right, I'm comfortable. I'm getting back in the studio.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's gonna be an 8-hour block, but it's gonna be a collective of musicians in the studio too. So interested to see where that's gonna go. And then, but yeah, this year, I plan on to work on at least put out some type of single or something.
Okay.
Don't know the way I'm gonna go with it. I got a few ideas that I'm looking at, but
Yeah.
it's just me getting back tapped in.
Yeah.
Once I'm back tapped in, and then what the cool thing about it is, I got so many people that's waiting on it.
Over here, yeah.
It's
for sure.
always like that though. It's always been like that. I used to get for years. I had dropped a '90s tape called, and I remember around this time it was around BET Awards too. But I dropped it's called Nostalgic '90s Tape A, because you know back in the day the tapes used to have tape A, tape B,
on both sides.
you know, on both sides, whatever. So I dropped that shit, and that shit, when I said like that shit took off at a crazy, it went crazy. So like I had like, man, I don't know, bro. I had blogs after blog. I had maybe like 10, 15 interviews, like just back to back. They're like, yo, this shit is fire. So me getting back into it after all these years is, again, kind of going back to the podcast and shit. It's just, that's what I'm doing. So right now I'm taking one step at a time, seeing what I can do this year and to branch out. I'm tying it into like my, what do you call it, like my mental health.
Yeah.
You know, this year I'm also going, as far as like therapy sessions, things like that, to gather that. But music is always some type of therapy.
It's like an escape.
You know, 100%. And then like this right here. So I'm tapping into it. But yeah, man, bro, music is life, brother. Music is life.
For the longest, I wanted to be R&B. I can't sing, but that's why I got playlists on my phone. So like in high school, you know, the homegirls would take it and girls would like mess with me because I always had like the cuts. But I was in my head, I'm always like, so if you listen to the shit that I have, it's like shit that sounds good on stage. Like if you seen Usher's Tiny Desk, like that shit was dope. But I love live performances with instruments.
Okay.
Or like if someone comes out with like an album where it's just like all acoustic or live, I love that shit. 'Cause I just love music. I love hearing either the raw vocals or the instruments in it.
Yeah.
So when I was younger, I was like, I wish I could sing, because I used to write poetry.
Yeah.
And my boys used to rap, so I'd write shit, and they'd be like, "Oh, this is a cool like R&B hook. You want to sing?" And I'm like, "Nigga, I can't sing. I wish I could, but here's like the shit I have." And they'd be like, "Nah, like you should really start trying to write." But I'm an only child, so I've always been very like, you know, shy and kind of to myself. I'm very private.
Okay.
Like, fun fact, I go to the barbershop. I'm damn near silent in the chair every time. that might even just come from because I got cut on military bases though.
Yeah.
I mean, I talked to my barber. He cool as fuck, but it's just like I saw him downtown. I could talk face to face, but I'm in that chair. There's something in my mind. I'm quiet. But I don't know. Like R&B to me is just the shit. So that's why, you know,
100%.
you on Snapchat. I was following you on Snapchat, and I was like, man, I'm waiting for this nigga to post something, because it was daily things. You with the kids, or you just chilling, and you just would sing some random jingle or just whatever you was doing. You would put it into like musical form, and I was like, that shit is dope.
Yeah,
It's fun.
I love it. The thing about it is the shit comes natural.
Yeah, you can tell though,
because I've been doing it for so long, bro. So the shit come natural. You know what's so funny about the jingle thing, bro? The last beat that bitch ass. He got real one in the background. So like, his ass fucked up. God damn! Look, this nigga in the background. Like, what's going on? What's going on? Hey, grab that booty, girl. All right. Anyway, back what I'm saying, like, you know what? Last year I did
grabbing booties. Hey, like
let me finish what the fuck we talking about.
Go ahead.
This nigga's finna go on the Blueface real quick.
Blueface, baby. Nah, you know, I did a jingle, bro. I did a jingle for Jermaine Dupri last year, man. That shit was fucking crazy. It posted on my Snap and shit. And again, like when I say it, like I ain't did music in so long. I wrote a verse to.
You did the Adidas thing too.
I did Adidas in 2013.
For real.
The
nigga threw it out there like it was last year. It was 10 years ago. Not when I first moved out here, because that same year I was on MTV. I did Guy Court. I was in New York. And then I did Adidas in August.
Wait. Guy Court.
Yeah.
You was on the show, or you did the?
I was on the show. I was on Guy Court.
He was on the show.
I was on like, so the spinoff of Guy Code, I was on that. Yeah, so my first year out here, to have a regular ass job moving around though, like I was in New York for a couple days.
Yeah,
we taped the show, came back, got to Adidas. So the Adidas thing, how that came about is just basically a competition.
Yeah.
And it was a nationwide competition. So they had thousands and thousands of people, and I was top 5.
Damn.
Top 5. And again, not toot my own horn. I was top 5.
Toot that motherfucker, man.
Toot that thing up, mommy, make you. Wait a minute. So I was top 5, and I was the only artist out of the 5 with the most views.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I had the most views. So again, thinking back, like when you say when you find your purpose,
Yeah.
what if music or what if jingles is the purpose, right? So I did that shit. I had the most views. What spent off that was one of the guys that was on there was signed, and I ended up doing this man's album for his record label. Right after that, producing, did that shit, and then it just catapulted at that. And that's why I said my best times was like, and I went through a lot of experience. And my dad passed around the same time, so we was going through a lot of shit. But I was like popping at the same time, so a lot of shit eclipsed for me there.
And that had to be hard because like you going through like your greatest losses, but also at the same time, some like huge wins are coming. So
it was rough. It was rough because I had just came out here for that week and visited, and we was partying every fucking day, every single day. And then I talked to my mom. I was like, I'm gonna move out here. She was like, nah, you can't leave. You're my baby. My auntie was like, nah, nigga, he got to go. He let him do his thing. So, and then my mom passed, and I was like 6 months. I told lowercase, 6 months, we out.
Yeah.
I can't stay in Nashville no more. So during that time, we did that. My dad moved back to Detroit, and I got out here, and I don't know what the fuck my mindset was because I'm like, we out here. So the original plan for us was to stay out where we were at in California for a minute, and then migrate to LA and try to get it popping. Didn't happen. But I don't take nothing for granted. Life happened the way it was. But yeah, so that happened. Greatest losses. I put out an album the following year, maybe 2014. Probably my best album I've ever fucking done in my life. I did all that shit in my fucking room by myself. I produced every cut on that motherfucker minus like 2. Shout out to my nigga OG. Shout out to my nigga Steve-O. I produced that shit, and that shit was crazy. I did a show in Nashville that same year. Like, we was on the incline. So I took my tragedies and made them, and put that shit on wax. So, but yeah, kind of like, so the whole thing with music, bro, it's life, right? So I did that, but kind of go back what I'm saying. I did the jingle, so I don't know if you know, like Jermaine Dupri put out ice cream. It's a vegan ice cream. Shit, it's fire. JD's vegan.
JD's vegan, okay.
He got plenty of them. He got like chocolate.
So vegan.
Chocolate My Way. It's also vegan. Chocolate My Way, like 404 cookies and cream. He got an apple pie one. That motherfucker is banging. So anyway, I did a jingle. I did a jingle on fucking Instagram, and then his team hit me up. He did that shit, and then he was like, "All right, send me this one. Send me this one." I did 2 cuts. But they put them motherfuckers on Jermaine Dupri's page, repost. It went from there. And then it went from Get Goody from Goody Mob, and it was crazy. It was crazy. So, and that was just me fucking around, bro. 13 seconds of my time, off the top of the dome, and shit like that. So, I tell anybody to this day that's like in the creative, whether you want to design shoes, whether you like, to Bobby's point, I want to write on sitcoms, I want to do this and that. You got that shit, and if that shit come natural to you, it may not happen today, but we looking back. I ain't did music in like 4 or 5 years now, and it comes natural. Podcast to you or anything that your desires come.
That's
natural.
why I jumped back into it, because I'm like, I started a podcast, and one day was like, I want to do a podcast. I started this shit. People started following and listening. They were like, we love it. Like, this shit is natural. Like I said, the vibe I put on for people, like, I want this to not look like, damn, I got to go do a podcast night. It's like, nah, I'm going to go over to the homie's house and kick it. We might take a drink, we might do whatever, but we just going to have a conversation. Anyone who steps in here, I'm like, we having a conversation. Like, don't feel like you got us. One thing I tell people, when you come in here, do not have pre-scripted shit in your mind. Do not have to put on the front, like, this is, say as much as you want or as little as you want. Like, come in here and vibe. And I feel like with me, I bring together a bunch of people. My baby shower was mad random. I had punk rockers there. I had, hella studious people there. I had, gangsters there. Like, I had people that, just a whole eclectic vibe. And I'm like, I just bring together so many people. That I'm like, I need to really, and I can talk to anybody. So I'm like, even in my current job, I'm like, I'm great at it because I make connections. But I'm like, it's not what I want to do. So I'm still trying to find that niche. I'm like, if podcasting ends up getting me somewhere. Like you said, like I've always wanted to be in some kind of form of entertainment, but I've never wanted to be famous.
Yeah.
I don't think I have it in me to sit here and see my name up there and have people
I think
comment and shit. No,
I
but
think
I'm
you
saying,
do.
but comment and shit.
Yeah.
And me not like the one person I look to in like, you know, fame that I feel like I might relate
It's
to.
Macy Gray.
Nah, fuck that, bro. I can't fuck with scarves, man. But I would say it'd be like more like Wale. Like I know I can
For
put out
sure.
some dope shit,
For sure.
but I deal with anxiety. I've had a lot of losses in my life to where I made a post the other day and I'm like, one person died and my life changed. And that's really how it was.
Facts.
My grandmother passed in 2001 and my life has never been the same.
Yeah.
But I deal with anxiety and it's just like too much exposure to society and other people kind of like puts me in a shell.
Gotcha.
You know, and I'm going to credit Bobby because Bobby posted some shit. And it was something he posted that a video, I think it was like last week. And it was like, my wins, I'm high. I'm high when I win, but my lows, I'm at my lowest. And that's how I feel I am sometimes. It's like, I want that balance to where like, you know, I take a loss, but like I bounce back. I'm like, I'm good. But also I win and I'm not like feeling myself too much. So, and I feel like I could never be famous. I feel like as soon as I see a bunch of negative shit, that might derail me.
Yeah.
You know?
I think for me, bro, like, the kind of what you said, you took a loss and it changed your life.
Yeah.
My mom passed, I was a different person.
Yeah.
Different. Like, I was cool, calm, collected guy. Everybody rock with me, funny, chill, whatever. I still do that now, but my mindset to where I stopped giving a fuck about a lot of shit happened after that.
Yeah.
And when I said, like, other than the shit that we were doing, my life, I felt like it was a spiral. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, broke, nigga, check to check, California, but trying to smile because I watched these niggas, him in lowercase, like, they still excelled. And I was like, my life fucking sucks. Yeah. And I got to a
that
point. That
comparison shit'll get you though.
I hate that though. And that's my problem. That's my problem because I compare. I'm like, I'm supposed to be there too.
Yeah.
You know what? And one thing that stuck out to me, and it was so crazy, it's like I sit back and I don't think I ever told this nigga that shit. Like, I told lowercase that, I watch you guys, even if you're not where you want to be, you guys flourish somewhere. Yeah. I didn't. And I watched that shit. And one thing that like fucked me up one time, I said that shit, lowercase came back to the crib, was like, nigga, or he took a picture. Nigga, y'all ain't gonna believe what the fuck I just found. I was like, what? I found $1,000 by my car. I was like, what?
What's that? At his second job.
Yeah. He found $1,000.
He found some money and drugs. I'm at a fucking truck stop or some shit.
No, at the gas station.
Oh yeah, gas
in front of his car. But again, that as crazy as that sound is, at that time I was
looking
like,
back at it now, she probably had fentanyl on it.
$1,000 worth of dog, goddamn it. But the thing was for me, I was like, I'm watching these niggas get blessed because I look at that as a blessing.
Yeah,
you know, getting blessed or he's having a good year doing this, doing that. And I'm like, here it is. I'm making ends meet at Walmart. Like, I'm struggling. My dad passed right after that. Like, it was a very, very tough time for years. Because to kind of paint the timeline to you, my mom passed in 2012, 3 days after Christmas. I didn't talk to my dad for years.
Yeah.
Didn't know why. But it was more for him because my dad battled like depression and all the other shit.
Yeah.
And then when I finally got back to hook up with him, he passed away in 2016.
Yeah.
So I'm under 25. My mom passed. I just turned 22. So to kind of to put that,
Yeah.
And then from there, it was just a bad time. So I kept watching. Like, damn, this shit sucks. So mentally, I've never been the same. Till this day, I would tell anybody, when you lose a parent, nigga, that shit sucks.
That's the thing I'm dreading, man.
Man, it sucks.
Even right now, like my little cousins live with me.
Mm-hmm.
So their dad was their sole parent. Their mom passed years ago, but they were more attached to their father.
Yeah.
So he passed in February, which hurt because like a few days around then is when I announced my daughter being born.
Wow.
So it was a huge hit because he was a huge part of my childhood growing up.
Yeah.
My father, he's always been here, of course, but
Right.
Growing up with my uncles was different. And then this past December, my mom's youngest brother died.
Wow.
So she lost 2 brothers in 1 year. And both of them, I've been just like, but it's just feeling like, when I'm getting at the height of like, I'm feeling good, like things are going good and something happens, but I'm also just like, people passing takes a toll. And that's what made me really start thinking about the pod was like, I've been saying I want to come back to the pod. I've been saying it.
Yeah.
But losing instrumental people, I'm like, bro, tomorrow ain't promised, man.
Facts.
Like if you want to, and that's why I told Bobby last episode when he came through, I was like, I've been recording solo shit to get the practice in and get the reps in. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna drop an episode every week.
Yeah, for sure.
Even if it's 30 minutes, I'm gonna do one because this is what I feel like I'm great at.
Yeah.
This is my escape from everything. I swear, I come in here at 4 a.m. and I record an episode. Whatever I'm stressing about, whatever I'm doing for the day, like,
Yeah.
this shit sets the tone.
For sure.
And even tonight, like, I'm like, I get to do this shit. This for me feels like the club sometimes.
Yeah.
I come in
sure.
here, you know, I get to lead whatever I'm doing. I'm the maestro of this shit, but it just comes so naturally to where I don't have to try to do this.
Yeah.
It flows, you know?
And I think that's the beautiful part is this is your outlet, right? So the kind of the piggyback off of what you said, man, like last year was a rough year too, right? So I'm gonna go back and say end of 2021, 2022. So my grandmother passed in 2021.
My condolences.
And my brother passed last year. So we're in the middle, and around this time, so April 10th, my brother passed away. So it was crazy because my baby finna be born in a couple weeks, right? So the same thing, like you're announcing, hey, I'm about to have a baby. I'm about to have a little girl, and in April, my brother passed away. Yeah. So we fast forward, and my daughter's born. I gotta fly out the same day to go to my brother's funeral.
Yeah.
It's crazy, right? So how do you celebrate a life and then celebrate a life being born and celebrate a life that was once lived?
Yeah.
And it was a crazy time because I'm like, what kind of life do I live where I gotta be in the hospital to see my baby be born and the next day go to my brother's funeral?
Yeah.
And when you look at it from that aspect and you have this platform, bro, it's the greatest platform to have because now you look at it like an outlet. Like, again, you say, I can't sing, but I did poetry. Yeah. Well, I did this and I do music. Yeah. So life does not stop for nobody, right? So I had to really put into perspective going into the new year. Yeah. I got to stop bullshitting. I found out I was diabetic. Yeah. My brother got problems now, and I'm 32. My brother 34, and we're going through high blood pressure. I found out he almost died. This nigga done popped a can on. Nah, I fuck with it though. Nah, hey man, I ain't supposed to have that shit, man. Pour me a little bit, just a little bit. As I'm saying, I'm diabetic. Hey, we drinking Henny, man. That's cool. That's cool.
Let me get a taste.
Let me get a taste. Let me get a swig of that basic gray.
You know what? Also though, is something I've talked to my girlfriend about, and my best friend Lonnie. There's two people I've talked to about it. Yeah. You don't need some more Henny, Bobby. You know.
I thought he was pour you a Coke. I said, yeah, that Henny's.
The
Henny almost gone too. Anything's possible.
But having kids, as beautiful as it is, a new life is being born and a new journey is beginning. It really makes you take a look at your morality. I'm saying no, morality and mortality.
We just talked
both of those.
Everybody in here's girl's dad, by the way.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
And just thinking about it, I'm like, you know, being younger, be like, yeah, like I'm gonna have a little girl. My abuela in Orange County has always told me you're gonna have all girls, so I've always been prepared. So the way you treat women, the way you act around women, the way you protect women, God is gonna give you a girl. But I'm looking, I'm like, you know, I gotta protect her, and I'm like, you know, I'm not in the best physical form. Yeah. You know, even mentally, like right now, I'm looking for a therapist. Yeah. You know, dealing with anxiety and just a lot of things, trying to grow as a person. So I'm like, I want to make sure that I'm at the very peak of what I can be. Right. To protect her, not only physically, but also like when she gets older, like, hey, baby girl, like this is what the game is going to be. Right. These are what these boys are being taught. These are what these boys might know. But also, I don't want you to ever feel like you need to have somebody. Right. If you find somebody you love, it's great. As people, we need people, of course. As human beings, we need others. Right. But I don't ever want to make you feel like your goal in life is to find a man that's going to take care of you.
Facts.
You know.
Yeah.
And
go ahead. I'm sorry.
But it's one of those things to where I'm like, a lot of shit that I thought, oh man, I'm on my shit. I'm good. Yeah. I'm slowly finding out I'm not. Like, I've never had a certificate or IRA in my life. My daughter has one. Mm-hmm. My daughter has more money invested into her future than I do.
It's crazy. And
it's bad to say, but again, it's just, you know, just living in the way I was doing things.
It's not bad to say because it took for you to have a mini you to finally look at things like that. And to your point, it took for me to have kids. When I tell you, and I go on record to say this, because it is what it is. Yeah. I had the best last couple years of my life.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm talking about mentally, spiritually, financially. If my twins' moms listen to this, I just made all this up. So, but when I'm gonna talk about it because it's my life. I'm good with that. Everybody dabbles into like stock And Bobby knows already.
Tell him.
Man, 2 years ago. It's been 2 years already?
Was it during the COVID shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, COVID.
I
Yeah,
touched
COVID
over
popped off.
I touched over $500,000 in stock.
God damn.
In stock. And ran it up. And it was so crazy was I was originally just doing like penny stock.
Yeah.
I made 45 bands just off of penny stock, off one of those. And so the homies was like, hey nigga, you need to hop in the like calls and shit like that.
I seen you posting on Twitter about options, and I was like,
Shout out to Viacom. Viacom actually owns what we're watching right now, so it's not a sponsor, but thank you, Viacom. So what happened, man? Viacom.
I know, man. Shit.
but
Viacom.
if you want a sponsor, I need a sponsor. So, you know.
Man, shit. Don't be shouting motherfuckers out.
I'm gonna shout them out because they put bread in my pocket. I mean, I took the bread, but whatever. I made the decision. So Viacom hit a time where everybody was everybody was selling because some shit happened, right? They had to sell their assets to recoup. Man, when I said just Viacom alone, I touched over 300 bands in Viacom.
Yeah.
I hit this man up. I'm like, hey, I'm in this. And the homies, we in a group, we can attest to it. And I got one nigga in my head. He calls me as it's going up.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready for work, nigga. And I see that bitch touch $232,000. I'm like, nigga, this is crazy. He calls me. Sell right now. I said, nigga, I can't sell, nigga. I'm on the phone with you. Get your bitch ass off my line.
Yeah.
I did that. When Rocket Mortgage.
Yeah.
Another $200,000. Like I think I ended the year with like $648,000. Do I still got it now? You goddamn right, bitch.
Ooh.
Not everything. I'm honest because I had to learn.
Yeah, not one chain was purchased.
Not one chain was
Oh,
purchased.
well,
I was
yeah.
gonna get a Tesla that year.
Yeah.
But I look at that and like I told these niggas, they asked me all day, you still got it? If you pulled it out? I ain't pulled out everything because my taxes last year was like 13,500. They garnishing me right now because I didn't even know I owed still.
Yeah.
I ain't get no letter or nothing. They garnishing my checks. Yeah. So I was like, versus me paying it off, I let them garnish my checks and keep that or whatever, and then re-up.
Yeah.
But what's so crazy is I did that, made that money, and I told these niggas, I think I was telling him in lowercase, I'm like, I ain't never had this type of money before.
Yeah.
Because I struggled so hard. I watched my mama struggle. I pulled out, when I first moved out here, my mom used to work at Taco Bell.
Yeah.
She could have been like a general manager and higher ups, but she didn't do it because she valued family. Right? So looking at her checks, bro, she made like $22,000 one year. Raising 3 boys by herself. I was like, that's crazy. Yeah. And then to kind of go back to what I was saying about kids, I'm like, how can I give my kids the best possible life ever?
Yeah.
Right? And I touch this money, and I'm like, in California, they take almost 40%.
Yeah.
So yeah, I touch this money, but if you think I cash that bitch out, I'm gonna lose half of it automatically. But I did that, and it was just, I don't know, bro. Like I felt the best.
Yeah.
I had kids. I had money.
Yeah.
I'm good, right? So, and that I think that's what put me in a position like my kids are good, my family's good, my baby's good.
Yeah.
It's time for me to get back on my shit.
Yeah.
Because
you have the time and the money, the resource to do it.
Right now, I still work a full-time job. Yeah. I tell this nigga like this is my blessing.
You better than me. I'm better than me. 600 bands, nigga. I'm giving y'all a 2-day notice. Not even 2 weeks.
I almost did that before I had my daughter. Yeah. I almost did that because I was like, yo, I got this money. Yeah. Every week I don't have my twins. Yeah. I'm going to travel. I got an album I want to work on, I want this and this and that. And I thought about it. I was like, California, and then like Tennessee only going to take they fed. Yeah. These motherfuckers take that they state too, which is why I ended up owing. So I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, man. 600,000 in California ain't shit.
You know what I just learned? My best friend, Danny, my other best friend, male best friend, of course, just moved to Nashville. And I was like, why did you move to Nashville? I know you went one time. They went, I think it was like a year and a half, 2 years ago. They had that big snowstorm and nobody could get out. I was like, why the fuck would you move to Nashville? We went there for your bachelor party. It was cool. And he was like, I looked up the states. There was like 7 states in America that don't charge some kind of, I forgot what tax it was they don't charge out there.
It said income tax.
There we go. And he was like, he's a life coach for Tony Robbins. So he was like, I was bringing home over 6 figures a year, making that much money, but almost half of it was gone. Yeah. So I'm making 6 figures, but I'm coming home and I'm still living paycheck to paycheck. I'm like, what the fuck? Yep. He was like, I'm working out here. And he's like, I've only been out here for 1 month. And I've seen more money than I would have seen out there in 3 months. And I was
100%.
And I was like, God damn. He's like, yeah. He's like, I did my research.
Yeah.
And so even now, like looking at money, I'm like, I got her. I'm with Navy Fed, so there's a 5% certificate she can get. So the one she has is like 2.5 right now. So I'm like, all right, when it expires next month or matures, I'm gonna transfer it into that.
Mm-hmm.
And this one you can keep putting money in. So I'm like, every month,
Yeah.
so my girl will each put in $50. If I sell shoes, I'll put in a percentage of that, but put it in there and just keep rolling it over every time that one expires. And then that way, by the time she's 18, she's got money in there.
Yeah.
And if she doesn't want to go to college, you don't want to go to college, you want to travel.
That's my thing. Hey,
Here you go.
Yeah, with Bug, man, she got money getting put up, and obviously as like things happen, like like first car and stuff like that, I can take some out and buy
And
or
do
whatever.
that, yeah, exactly.
But but mostly, man, I got her like a little nest egg put to the side, so and once she graduates high school and all that, man, like it's like man, that she doesn't have to be forced to be like, fuck, I gotta hurry up and go to college,
go into
so
the
I
workforce,
can get a job, so I can do this. It's like no, man, I wanted to have that cushion to where it's just like like, hey, if you've been growing up and you feel like you want to get into fashion or like whatever, what I'm saying, you got that little cushion to not have to go directly to school. You can like chase your dream for a little bit.
And school ain't for everybody. Like I was like, my daughter might get older and might not want to go to school.
Exactly.
She might be so good at what she does. She's like, I want a business. Well, bet. Here, I'm gonna give you startup money on my own, but here's some extra pocket money if you want to travel to here and study this. And do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. College ain't for everybody, and I say that from experience too. I went to college. Don't get me wrong, but it's just one of those things where I think where parents go wrong is that we take that from them and expect them to do exactly what I say. Now, you're going to go to college, you're going to get an education. Fuck that. If I ain't feeling that shit, tradition, exactly. Yeah. But I was, as far as my immediate family, I was the first person to actually go to college and graduate with a degree. And it don't mean shit. It don't mean shit. I've been with Walmart 14 fucking years. Yeah. And it just now, like this year, where I'm now in a position to where I'm a level to where I'm over like they call it market, but like a divisional, right? So, it comes with that. He pull up to the crib and drive. I get the company car in the driveway. I get equity. I get bonuses. Like it's just I've been with them so long. I could have probably done that shit, but we get so wrapped up at a young age. Where I'm like, I'm doing this. I'm doing this. Yeah. And I look at that like I went to school for music, engineering, this and that. I'm doing something completely different. Yeah. So why would I force my daughter or my sons to go to school and be like, I want to go to college? If you want to go, cool. If you don't,
but real shit though,
it ain't worth it.
And it happens so much.
No. Say like just saying like real shit though. About time they get to that age, that college age. Like at the rate that like motherfuckers are getting like rich off of everything but college.
Ain't nobody gonna be in that motherfucker.
Yeah, shit. Like real shit. You can go online right now and get like certifications for like tech shit, like for free. Like man, you can completely skip by college and just get certs or like shit, man, like trades. It's like this motherfucker's really out there getting. And plus, that's not even counting like the people that's getting rich off of like Snapchat and YouTube and
influencers,
TikTok, shit like that.
You touched on a very good point of who knows what the fuck's gonna be happening.
My daughter got more goddamn social media followers than I do. She 8. I'm just like,
but who knows what the world's gonna be? Who knows where us 3 will be? Yeah, I look at the power of the tongue, man. Like and the affirmations, I believe in that type of shit.
That freaky motherfucker.
Power of the tornado tongue, baby. No, but I believe in that shit, and I look at it like, who's to say us 3 is not gonna be in a position to where, all right, we putting up certs and we getting 2.5%, putting up this for when she turns 16, get the car. Who's to say we not gonna have that bitch this year? Yeah. And to the point where niggas like, I'm gonna add to it. Yeah. My daughter 8, his daughter, I'm saying, but 8, and she got $1 million in there because I done did something in some tech world. I created this. Ain't no telling, bro. Like, I don't know. It's just so much opportunity out there.
Stop putting limits on myself. Yeah. Before I used to be like, you know what? If I want to get here, it's gonna take me 10 years. I'm like, we'll put the work in. You never know. Yeah.
What's gonna take you 10 years might take you 6 months with the proper social media presence. You know what I'm saying? So, exactly. Definitely, man. I agree in all that shit, man. I agree with do what your heart desires. Because if I take that from you and you like, hey, I want to be in a rock band.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with it, but you can be in it, and then you fuck around. They fuck around and do that. And I think for me having a daughter kind of changed my perspective because I'm like, yo, you said protect her at all costs.
Yeah.
Because I got two sons as well that's old enough to be like, all right, I'm gonna make sure I watch over her, and that's what you want to teach and train them to be like. But like having a daughter, man, that shit is different. She wrapped around my finger at 9 months. When she was born, nigga, I got sleep every night. She slept all night.
Yeah.
She laughs. She's funny. She just has a good time. So it changed me as a father. Like, what can I do different now?
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. It's just gonna be. I just feel like it's gonna be a beautiful year. And then years to come.
And Bobby could probably attest to this, but like especially having a little girl. Well, my daughter is only 5 months, but she already has so much personality.
Yeah.
I feel like as you get old, especially little girls, they are born and they have their personality. I don't know if they intuitively might know themselves, but they just they put that out there. And I'm like, there's times where I'm at work and I'm like, I'm not myself. I'm bullshitting for these people. And I'm like, if she's 5 months, I'm like, that is something I never want her to lose.
Right.
Is that ability to just fucking be your raw self.
Right.
I think they get to a certain age to where we condition them to like fit into society. And they stop that natural ability to be themselves and they try to fit in. And I'm like, I never want her to fit into society.
Right.
I want you to be who you are. And I see Ellie, and Ellie, from what you post, like Ellie got swag.
Yeah. Bro, she a fashionista. Like, and
you can tell that, like, she's
she gonna
in
break this
social
nigga
media.
Pockets if she breaking them now at 8.
Yeah, I'm saying, but you can see that she's on social media.
Man,
her energy is her energy.
Yeah.
You gotta be keeping her going. It's like man, dude, that personality, I should be trying to suppress it and be like finger quote like
PC.
normal.
Yeah,
but I'm like, no, bug, be you. It's like do what you want to do. It's like, man, she's creative, like light years ahead of where, she's doing shit now that that I just started getting into recently. And she's only 8. I'm just like,
you was telling me she was editing her TikToks.
Yeah,
I was looking and I was like,
that's crazy.
It took me an hour to do the damn Jordan 1 TikTok I did in the
hashtag. She was like, Dad, you got the hashtags. Look at this. I'm just like, okay, shit. Give me some views. Give me some followers, goddammit.
But see, think about it though, like, because I think maybe for us, like, y'all had MySpace, right?
Yeah.
MySpace was our intro to coding and to doing this and to getting out there.
Yeah.
But these days, they on TikTok, they on social media. Like, the stuff that we learned when we were teens or maybe older, they're learning at like the age of 8. They learn that shit so early. So when they get there,
man.
like, imagine if MySpace was right now, how many kids would be coding?
Hey, it'd
Coding,
be crazy.
Coding is a thing now.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was like, I'm just putting this on so niggas can't see my playlist. You know what I mean? So
HTPLSWB.
they got to ask me what song this is. They got to reply to the bulletin. But now it's like, they can do so much.
Yeah.
Man. Yo, man, it was some of the best advice though. It's like, because as we all going in about like mental health and everything. Yeah. It's like, man, shit, this motherfucker over here, what, man, about like 2 weeks ago or so. Yeah, I had like a fucking midlife crisis.
Yeah,
man, like me, man, as I be thinking too much and I just like be in my own head. And I just think about the most random shit. And like seeing like I'm at the age I'm at, it's like, I'm like down at 40. It's like and I was just like just looking at my life and I was like, you know what? I make, decent money. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I'm fortunate to be in a position to where it's like, man, I make enough to support the bad habits that I have and not be tripping about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like man, I ain't missing no bills or no meals or no shit like that. Yeah. But
no thrills.
Yeah. It's just like
this nigga definitely missed no thrills.
No meals, no meals, no bills, no thrills. God damn it! It's like I'm doing it all out here.
Hey, that's gonna be the title of this shit, like some TLC shit.
Yeah, no meals,
no scrubs, but it's gonna be no meals, no thrills.
It's like nah, God damn it! I'm out here living. It's like, man, I'll tell you that much. It's like, man, I'm living too much, but
that gives me faith, though. I'm gonna say that gives me faith. It's both of y'all, because it's like you think when like you become a father, you watch shit like what is that show with the dude who sells shoes? Love and Marriage is like the intro.
The white dude. Married with Children.
Yeah, I used to look at that when I was a kid. I'm like, damn, when I
thought
have
you meant,
kids and a
like to
family.
catch a predator or some shit.
No, when he said love
No,
and marriage,
man,
love and marriage.
marriage. But no, I thought like when you become a father, like life like slows down.
Yeah.
This shit speeds the fuck up. But also I felt like, you know, you kind of lose yourself. But seeing both y'all, it's like, you know, you have kids, but you like that catapults you.
Yeah, you know, for me,
It
I just
motivates you, man, to go harder.
Yeah.
basically he just took what I was going to say. Motivate you to go harder, and I think for me too, life experiences happen for me where I think back and be like, I didn't have this, I couldn't do this, I didn't do that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that I couldn't. It was the fact that my mom raised 3 boys by herself.
Yeah.
Right. My dad was around, but that's another story. You know, just situations with that what happened in between that. But
Yeah.
now it's like, how do I bless up, have a good time, make sure they have a good time, so that way we can be a unit as they get older. They would learn to see more things and how to do that. So my mentality changed, in not just for me, for everybody. But it's now time for me to where I ain't stressing over no bills, no, I ain't missing no meals, and I'm having thrills, right? So
There you go.
it's time to get in that. But me and him had a really, really dope conversation.
I put on a shirt. Ain't missing no meals,
No bills, no
and no thrills.
I'm gonna do that. But we had a dope conversation, bro. Like it was, you know, it was more of a session. Like, and we ain't caught up in a long time.
Yeah.
Last time me and him rap like that, we was at Hooters.
Yeah.
And that was me and him both. And to go on record without having to go into detail, me and him both were going through some similar shit.
Oh, nigga, that was a depressing trip to Hooters. Like, you got to a bar, you're drunk, eating wings, sad as a motherfucker, talking about all the problems.
But I like the convo because it's just like, you know, I've said this season is really, I'm gonna dive more into mental health because mental health, I feel like,
That shit's important,
you
man.
know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you know, not to cut you off, but I be telling motherfuckers all the time, it's like, yo, like your mental health is just as important as your physical health. So I mean, it's like I mean,
Henny.
I mean, shit,
bitch.
dude. I mean, shit, dude. Your mental's all fucked up. That kind of fucks up everything.
It does. I'm telling you, when I was on leave, I was dealing with a little bit of anxiety. I would get anxiety here and there. So I've been trying to find like a therapist. So I would find a couple of them, and it'd be like, you know, it mostly be black people.
Yeah.
And it'd be like people who look like me, black men or women.
And my therapist,
And
a black woman. I made sure to get a
that's
black
all
woman.
I trust is black women or black men, you know?
Yeah.
Well, some of them are like 150, 125 a session. And I was like, I'm not paying that. But in my head, I'm like, you think about
It's
it.
about to go on rate though.
You see them twice a month, maybe $250 a month. I was like, what do I spend on shoes a month?
Exactly.
I skip a pair of shoes and I get some, but it's just like, you don't think about it. I think in the world today we move, but I'm like, my form of like anxiety is clenching. I clench my teeth when I get really anxious.
I'm doing that right now.
And so for me,
I wonder if that's the reason why, man. I've been grinding my back teeth lately.
but the thing is, it's just like, it doesn't happen when I'm sleeping. It's only I consciously do it.
Yeah.
And it gets into moments to where like I sit still and I'm not doing anything and I'm like, it hits me. I get anxious and I do it and I can't stop. Now I can stop it. Before it was like,
Oh man, should give me one of them fidget rings or some shit.
bruh, fidget spinners help. It helped me with that shit. But it was like I need to always be doing something because when I'm sitting here still, I get it. And now, like, when it hits me, I'm like, bro, like, go drink some cold water, go take a walk. But I want to speak to a therapist because the thing is, I love to travel.
Yeah.
But now in my head, I'm like I went to Chicago last year. I had like 3 or 4 bad panic attacks out there.
Wow.
And one of them was New Year's Eve. I was turning up with some random ass white people out there, having fun. Nobody could tell, but I was going through hell. That rhymed. I should be a rapper. But anyway, but I was going
You're a
through
poet.
it.
It's good.
But nobody
didn't know it.
No, damn, goddamn it. See, I'm just,
Look at it.
but it was just more like, you know, if you're doing this, and even my family was like, we never knew you went through that. And I'm like, I put on the front, and I'm like, I don't want to have to live that way.
Right.
And raising a daughter, I'm like, I don't want you to have to ever not express yourself because you're afraid of people are gonna think about you. But also,
Right.
I want you to be able to just, you know, live life.
Right.
And if you get anxiety, here's how you work through it.
Yeah.
So like even now, I'm like, my priority is finding a therapist. I'm like, you know, whatever it's gonna cost, I'm gonna put that into my budget because it's my life.
Yeah. You know, it's so crazy because like my job pays for that kind of stuff for mental health and stuff.
EAP,
like that.
right?
Yeah.
I just found out.
They
and
pay
I'm
for
like,
it.
Yeah.
Like I can get a therapist for free. Now the sessions will be virtual.
Yeah.
Unless you find one in house.
I feel like I need to see somebody like in
I gotta
person.
see somebody, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's because I went through so much like mentally like fucked up. So like the kind of like a backstory of where it started when my mom passed.
Yeah.
I was the first person with my dad that pulled up to her job and found her. Niggas don't know that.
Oh shit.
So yeah, so what happened was, and I never forget it because I can tell you the day like it was. Like the day I was supposed to start my new position at my old store in Tennessee, and I had posted, yesterdays are gone, tomorrow's never promised, so I'm starting with today.
Yeah.
And that was the day she died. So what happened, you know, my dad was like, hey, bro, get up. You need to wake up. Something ain't right. You know, the job called. My mom was a caregiver.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, something ain't right. They said that your mom, you know, passed out or whatever, but get to the hospital. He's like, we need to go up there. We need to go up there. All right, cool. He was like, something ain't right, though. My dad knew already.
Yeah.
Something ain't right. We pull up, and I walked up. I said, we seen like the cop car out there. We seen no ambulance or nothing. Like, did they get her yet? Nigga was like, nah. I said, what the fuck you mean, no? I'm pissed. We walk in there. She was in a body bag. I could see her feet. Yeah. And till this day, it fucks with me. So when my mom passed, bro, like, just because I seen that, I'm honest, I can tell you, I did not sleep for 8 to 9 months. I couldn't sleep in the dark.
Yeah.
It was so scary for me because I didn't want to see her, right? You know what I'm saying? And people believe in spirits and shit like that. I had to keep my closet light on.
Yeah.
I was that scared of seeing spirits and things like that.
Yeah.
So, and I've never, and that changed me mentally because I became a person that had attitudes and always mad about stupid shit. So I want to eventually, now it's time for me to get that mental health. This was the first year that I've actually enjoyed celebrating Christmas. Yeah. I never celebrated Christmas. I never gave a fuck about holidays because of my mom, right? So, yeah, it was just this time. I was like, okay, so for me now, I got a family. Yeah. I can't be on that same shit. That's when you on that same shit, when you going through that, like, anxiety is a little different. I don't have anxiety like that, so I can't tell you how that feels, but I can tell you how it feels when a person that battles depression or battles that's like mentally. I don't have depression either. Then again, I don't know because I ain't seeked out, right? Yeah. So, but I can understand how mentally you can change because my mental changed. So, me seeking a therapist to talk about it, right? Yeah. Because I can't use music as an escape every time. Yeah. Right. I can't use this platform every time. Maybe there's something else that they're telling me that I can get out. Yeah. The whole clenching the teeth thing, I still do. I got that from my dentist. Yeah. Because my jaw locked and I couldn't open my mouth. And he was like, are you going through anything traumatic? Is anything going on in your life? Because when people clench their teeth, they're either panicking about something, things going on in life. I said, I just lost my mom like 2 months ago. Yeah. And what happens is like my bottom tooth or my front teeth, I've already got to the point where I grind so much, I've got chips on them.
Me too. Yeah. The thing is, like when I bite my fingers now, my fingers are jagged because my teeth are, and I've always had perfect teeth. Yeah. Not, but
two more. I got good teeth, bitch.
Hey, man, these ain't dentures, nigga. These is.
He said,
I ain't get
nigga, these ain't dentures, nigga.
These ain't veneers. But, but not for real. So it was just to a point where I bite my fingers, and then I remember one day I did it so hard I heard it crack. And it was, and I went to the bathroom, I spit, and then like little specks came out.
Yes, sir.
And it was back when I was working at Chula Vista at Lids out there, and it was just so much shit going on in my life that like, even like back then, I'm gonna tell you, my parents worked nights, so when I was home alone, I'd freak out. What I would do is I would get off of work. I get off like 8:30. They go to work at like 9:30, 10. I would get off of work, and before I left the job, I clock out. I'd pop melatonin. So by the time I get home, what I would do is I would take like a warm shower. I'd go straight into bed. That way I'd pass out. Right. Because when I was home alone, like I remember one night I was in the bed trying to fall asleep, panic attack hit. Bro, I hopped up. I ran outside my house in my drawers. All I had on was drawers. Damn. And I was outside, and I was like, this shit got to change, bro. Yeah. But I didn't know how to talk to him about it. Right. It was one night my mom was off, and I ran downstairs, and she was like, what's wrong? And I was like, having a panic attack. And she was like, well, here, just relax. I remember I ran to her, and I fell in her arms. And she was like, I'm scared because I've never seen anybody with anxiety. I don't know what to do. And she was like, out of your whole life, I've never not known what to do. I don't know what to do for you right now. So what I need you to do is call. This time it was, I think, not Kaiser. It was no, it was Kaiser. She's like, I need you to call Kaiser, get you an appointment. We're gonna see what we can do. Sure. I want to see what I can do because I don't know what to do for you. And at that point, I was like, yo, this is the first time in my life where my parents don't even know what to do. Yeah. And that's kind of like, I was an adult at that time, but I was like, I got to grow up a little bit but it was just, I feel like with black men especially, like if a black man kills himself out of depression,
Yeah.
It's never looked at like it's looked at like, this might have been going on, that might have been going on, or he was weak because this and that. But it's like we not weak, we got shit going on.
Facts.
We always got to be strong. We always got to be tough. But it's like
Facts.
we can't have that weakness. So if he killed himself for suicide, oh, he was weak. He wasn't strong enough, or this and that. And it's like, no, let's talk about it.
Right.
Let's make that shit out in the open. Now, I'm not suicidal. I used to be. When I first got through anxiety, I didn't know what was going on. I was like, I can't live like this for the rest of my life.
Right.
And it got to a point to where it's like, bro, you waking up every day. This is your life. You can either sit here and be a victim of it or change this shit.
Right.
And take control and find a way out of it. And like even talking to Bobby, find out Bobby was talking to somebody.
Yeah.
And other black people I knew, I was like, you know what, like this, you're not alone, bro. You're like, this is life.
Have an outlet.
Yeah. So, but what did it for you? Like to the point where you decided, all right, I need to talk to someone or get a therapist. What was it that eventually? Oh no, I guess you don't gotta get into detail like what exactly made it happen, but what made you decide it is time to get a therapist?
Oh shit! Did you look at me?
Yeah, nigga, you motherfucker. the nigga in here with the legit therapist. Nigga, the fuck?
Well, nah, man. I had and not to go too inside baseball, but no, it's like back when I was with my ex, and my daughter's mom, like we were going through some shit. And and I didn't really too much do like the couple thing initially. It's like man, fucking I had went to go get a therapist, because me and my ex were basically going back and forth, and I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't tripping. You know what I'm saying? So I made sure to go get a black female therapist, because I figured going to get a black male therapist, it's the chances would be that he would basically view things exactly like me. So what I wanted to do was get a black female, because dude, that's a different perspective, and for my ex, she was black, so so I figured let me make sure I'm not tripping. So let me go get a black female therapist, and let me run shit by her that I also run by my ex, and it's fucking, if I'm tripping,
right,
or out of pocket, then she'll tell me, and then that way if the things that my ex was complaining about were valid, you know what I'm saying, basically it's like a win-win, basically.
Right.
Yeah. So man, so I basically went and got me that therapist, and and man, she taught me so much shit about myself and my past and everything like that, and she really put things into perspective for me. Yeah, and then once that happened, man, I just became super self-aware of pretty much everything around me, and I completely started looking at life a whole lot different. Now, and also just to go back on something that I was saying earlier, one thing that I've learned since dude, at that little midlife breakdown crisis shit,
right,
it's one important thing that I learned was, so the whole reason behind it was, it's Mesh, I was looking back, and it just just looking at life, and doing a self evaluation, and I was basically just it's based off of the money I'm making, man, and how long I've been doing this shit, and how old I am. It's man, shit, these are things that I should be, well, I should have accomplished by now.
Yeah.
But one thing that I've really started to start going off of and looking at is I mean, you got to stop looking at societal norms and being oh, well, yeah, it's basically people that's my age or this age should have this, and this,
right,
because it's dude, people in general aren't monolithic. So it's just I mean, it basically comes down to really like what stimulates your life and what motivates your life, because a good life is like very subjective. I mean, it's like perfect. You know what I'm saying? It's like the word perfect is like very subjective. My definition of perfect wouldn't be the same as somebody else's.
Right.
Yeah. So like dude. And once I really just started looking at it as, I mean, and shit, dude. Yeah, I think you told me like like stop focusing on the shit that I don't have yet. And started appreciating, the shit that I've actually accomplished.
Right. From a success standpoint.
Right.
And social media warps reality so much.
Yeah, man.
I do
shit,
social
that
media
really fuck
sabbaticals.
everything
People
up.
think that I'm going through depression or something or anxiety bad, but there's like every other month I'll deactivate all my shit. And it's not because, I'm going through something. It's because I'm like, I need a break.
Yeah.
And for me, when I deactivate it, I have to like, when you open the app, you have to log in again.
Yeah.
Normally, when you don't log out of your app, you open the app and boom, everything you need to see is there.
Right.
So for me, I deactivate it because I'm like, hey, if I deactivate it, I got to do an extra step to get into it.
And I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Same reason with my savings, I pull money out, I have cash. And I'm like, all right, for me to spend this money, I got to go on my safe, pull the money out, and then take it to the bank deposit or go spend it. And that's, you really got to think about it. But go ahead, my bad.
No, good. Well, excuse me, you got that many. What he talking about is, because during our conversation, like again, not to go into like full detail for the world to hear. This could be something all three of us talk about. But it was one of those things where we were talking about from a success standpoint, and I think for people measure success too far out. What I mean by that is your success has got to be measured because my end game, I'm going to school to be a nurse. I'm going to school to be a practitioner or a doctor. Success is me being a doctor. When in reality, success is I passed the test that it needed to be to take to get into this college. My success is I got into a college I've been trying to get into for 4 years. My success is I passed this test. My success is I got all the certs I need so I can now take the next step. People forget that is a part of success. So when we get blindsided about the success as an end game, that's when mentally we like, I'm not where I need to be. When you're on the path to where you need to be, but you're not celebrating those wins. Like, why not celebrate that I have successfully completed these courses? I have successfully been in school without unenrolling myself. Like, why not celebrate that? Exactly. Why not celebrate that I make decent money? I ain't stressing over no bills, no meals, no thrills. Why not celebrate that?
Hey, God damn it. It's like, man, shit, that's my shit.
I ain't gonna claim it, nigga. We all, it's on air. We all make
claim
it up.
that.
He claimed that.
In Jesus' name.
He almost had me trying to go to the thrills. I was like, hey, man, they do what?
But
what's the entry fee?
What's the entry fee to the thrills, boy? He's like, some cocaine.
You know what I'm just saying, though? It's like, it's like, if you want to put it, I'm in a sports analogy, and I'm sure like it's like, hey, motherfuckers, this is not what I expected. but it's like if people get too fat, like too focused on celebrating the touchdown, not celebrating the first downs to get to the fucking end zone.
Not celebrating the whole drive.
Exactly.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's, again, I've always measured myself differently. So like, when I'm talking from a success standpoint, I ain't touring. I ain't doing jingles. But guess what? I'm here today starting that stepping stool back to where I want to be.
That's you can get there.
Exactly. But I think tonight is a success moment because we could have been at the crib, sleep nap, watching TV, whatever. But we decided like, hey, we're sneaking and geeking and freaking being a single beat. We could have been doing anything else, but we decided like, hey, we're gonna do this on this day. No matter how far out or whatever, but celebrate. This is a successful moment. Because who's to say that what we gain from this, or when you play back, or when we listen back to what we're saying, that's why I feel like at the end of this show, I personally, it don't got to be for the show. It could be after the show. I personally am interested in hearing an affirmation or something, a goal of yours this year, so that way as we do these shows, because this won't be the last, even though we're on your platform, I feel like collective, this could be a dope thing that we do. I'm interested in hearing what is something not materialistic, but something as a goal of yours this year And then we look back at this shit like we had this show on January 29th. Here it is, November 8th.
Yeah.
Or December 2nd. Where are you at with that goal?
This I feel like we in sync right now.
Yeah,
Bobby
sure.
will take my last show. I do a segment in every show. It's called Tap In. And it is what you want to tap into. It doesn't have to be like a life goal, but what do you feel like in your life that you have not focused on that you want to tap into?
Yeah.
It can be family, it can be friends, it can be material, whatever you want it to be that you feel like it is your purpose or it's something that makes you feel good, you want to tap into more. And that's what I've tried to end every show with. Because some people be like, oh, you know what, hey, call in, let me hear your your wildest story.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I could do that on here, but I really want to like try to end everything on a positive note, So with that being said, it's about, almost 1 a.m. It's past our bedtime. I know. Baby girl in there. But so we're gonna start with that segment now is like, let's do a tap in segment, man. What is something that you maybe on the regular don't tap in with enough, or that you want to tap in, with extra this year? What is something in your lives? It could be people, person, thing, activity, dream, whatever. What would you want to say at the end of this episode you want to tap in with more, leaving tonight?
What I said at the beginning of the show, doing this as an outlet, understanding where we were as a team when we did 615 Worldwide.
Yeah.
We can't deny the fact that we was popping. Even though we wasn't as far as we could have been, we were popping. So I think the problem with people is we get to a point to where we're popping and then we fizzle, but we never find what it is that made us pop. So definitely podcasts, getting back into doing podcasts, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yep.
Right? That, and then fucking with the music shit, like really tapping in this year, and wherever the music take me, I just want to see one last go around. I ain't a spring chicken like these 22, 3. I don't give a fuck about being famous, nigga.
Yeah.
But I love music, and the fact that people reach out on a regular to this day. I made the post about Mac at my first session. Comments, nigga, send me what you finna put out, nigga. Inboxes, texts, nigga, you going to studio for real? Yeah, nigga, I need that. But I'm gonna do it on a better level from a more professional standpoint. So music,
You gotta come up with a dance though.
but I ain't doing all that fuck shit, man.
That's what's gonna get you on.
I don't want to be on. If motherfuckers fuck with me enough that they honor what I'm doing, and I look at it like this.
I mean, if they're really gonna fuck with you, with a dance. You
All right, I'm gonna cook up a dance. I got some shit in the pipeline. Like niggas gonna
Get you a dance or get you, a jingle about food and get Keith Lee to talk about it, something like that.
I'm gonna pop. I'm gonna tell you what I got in line already this year. It's gonna be cool. Now, if it does positive or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be some shit. So I think music, and then getting back into the podcast realm, and then really catapulting that to another level, and bringing that full circle, because it's time to pick up where we left off.
There we go.
Yo, you know what you should do? It's like
I'm not doing no dance, nigga.
No. But hear me out though.
I got you.
It's like somebody. I mean, since the niggas in jail, like.
What?
You can't talk about R. Kelly.
No.
You gotta be.
No. It's not like
There's no way.
Like the niggas in jail, so he ain't gonna be tripping. But like, I do feel like at the B Pumper dance, it was ahead of its time.
B Pumper in jail?
Yeah, man. You know that?
For Eggs? He just made it. Video going to do a comeback.
No.
Eggs high as hell, so I get it. But
No, man. For fucking minors and shit like that.
See, R. Kelly, close enough.
But like, man, could you imagine if the whole B Pumper dance craze came out during the TikTok era?
It'd be funny.
It's like everybody would be doing that shit, but instead it came out during the World Star era, and everybody just laughed at it. It's like,
ain't that a bitch though?
yo,
hilarious.
I'm telling you, it's like, man, like for Ellie, man, she be like showing me all these dances with all these songs, and she'd be like, "Oh, look at this new TikTok thing," and I'm like, "Oh, that's what's your name song?" She's all like, "Oh, that's a real song." It's all like, "Yeah," and like that's a real dance that people just stole.
Speaking of jail niggas and dancing, on TikTok there's a sped up version of "Step to the Name of Love" that people be doing videos to, and I'm like,
see,
I fuck R. Kelly. I can fuck with nobody say fuck y'all. R. Kelly.
Hold on,
Wait. Time out.
Preface that first.
What I mean by that,
Hey, tread carefully.
I don't fuck with his actions.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
true.
not gonna start listening to his music. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly.
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
for real.
Fuck what anybody got to say. He's
Yeah, man.
He
Separate
made
the
great music.
yeah, dude. Separate the artist from the art.
Yeah,
Yes.
100%. I fuck with the art, not the artist. But the piggyback, not piggyback.
And also, if you think about it, there would be no '90s R&B without R. Kelly.
facts.
You have to erase almost half of the '90s R&B hits
Facts.
without R. Kelly because his pen
His
even
pen
today
is crazy.
Even today, his pen is still
Crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to. You got to erase half of R&B history if without him. So I'm not gonna stop fucking with him from an art standpoint. But this year, since you kind of said that, and I'm speaking it now, and we can revert back to this months at the end of the year. One thing I'm going to do this year is a children's song.
I thought you would say R. Kelly interview. Children's song, okay.
Hey, shit.
I don't know how to hog tie. Hey,
So
that was
Orlando
a
Brown
great-
got him excited.
Shout out
He
to
said,
Gail, man. That was a great interview.
Boy, you need money. You don't own his masters. So.
Hey.
Yeah.
ain't that about a bitch?
But
That's a different episode. But
Ernie
I-
couldn't read.
off air, I would tell you guys how to obtain the nigga masters. I know how to obtain everybody's masters for a price. But anyway, yeah, catalogs. But no, I want to do a children's song, man. I want to do something. I'm talking to somebody right now, like something like that. I did say, nigga, before I hang up music altogether, I'm gonna get a Grammy or be Grammy nominated for something. Whether I'm writing on somebody's shit or doing it myself. But a song, I take that from when I used to tutor kids. Something as simple as mirror, nigga. Like I had motherfucking kindergarten spelling mirror. I was like MIRROR, mirror. We had beats and shit to it, and these niggas used to be singing that shit. So they was like, "How the fuck did you teach them that big ass word?"
music.
Music. Just like the when my twins was like babies, I was like, "It's dada and baby time." Boom, boom, skip the boom. And niggas were sending me videos playing that clip from Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, and their kids was like dancing and shit. And I was like, "Hey man, we need to send this shit to Ellen." Unfortunately, the shit that she was got going on bullshit. But no, like shit like that. I think me a children's to. And no disrespect to whatever Coco Melon, all that shit. We need some urban shit, bro. Like, really be popping.
We got Gracie's Corner, but we need more than that. Because right now, if you look at like urban stuff for babies,
Is this
it's
Macy
like,
Gray? You got a fetish.
Hey, man,
You
come
said
on.
Gracie's Corner, nigga. I see what you're doing here, man. That's
Yeah,
great.
but Gracie's Corner though, for real.
Nah, I'm fucking with you.
But but for real, I think that. But it's true though. Like if you think about, kids music, we don't have many black artists making kids music. Like
Shout out to somebody named Future. Like Future, I met him through my dog OG.
Future.
No, Future.
That nigga do got a lot of kids.
You go casual job Future.
He got a lot of kids.
I know they Future, but
I
I
don't think he does music for him. He sees him.
But it's a guy named Future, man. He lives in New York now. Like he does like social justice and stuff like that, and it's like some children's songs and stuff too. And he's Grammy nominated.
Yeah.
Right. So he did a lot of shit. I met him through my partner back in Nashville. He grew up in Nashville and shit too. But that's not why I wanted to do it. It was just one of those things where I'm like, again, you talk about jingles and how influential you are to people when you do shit like that. And it's just working with kids. I was like, if I did one song and see where it took me. So I'm already talking about that this year.
Well, see, and it don't take much time for kids. Like,
It
you give them
doesn't.
like a minute-long song.
A minute-long song.
to get their attention span in this.
Bro, you know what I play all the fucking time? Oh, I'm a gummy bear. Yes, I'm a gummy bear.
Have you heard the Happy song?
I don't want to know.
Called
'cause
the Happy song.
I'm pretty sure I probably heard it. But
Cheyenne found it, and whenever our daughter is spazzing out, we play the Happy song, immediately just stops
wow.
and listens. And it's the goofiest song I ever heard, and I'm like,
These niggas getting paid.
They getting paid.
also shushing on YouTube.
Papered up.
Never heard that.
So there's videos where they just go shh like 3 hours straight, no lie, no lie, and these videos got millions of views. And I'm like, somebody got paid for going shh. I said, man, my grandmother would be a billionaire.
What's that shit called? The ASMR.
ASMR.
It's like
This nigga's a video on YouTube.
I'm finna start making baby noises, and
uh,
I'm about to go. It's about to be it.
your niggas eating crab legs.
Y'all niggas gonna be glad.
The episode with me, you, and Alan, Jonah was like, "This shit sound like ASMR." Alan was smacking that pizza in the mic. All I heard was,
Hey, we need to put that bitch on Pornhub.
Yo, man, but like
Y'all niggas funny.
for kids music though, it's like man, I'm telling you, like the lick is doing something that like parents have to deal with every single day. Like like if you made a song about kids getting their hair combed or like getting their hair cut or something like that, that you know what I'm saying that it would get kids to not freak out like whenever,
Yeah. For sure.
man, you make a killing. Hey, that will make something about like kids that are LGBT. It's like
That's another episode. I can't.
I
I respect it.
I mean,
I
you
was
need
we
low
gonna
hanging
save
fruit.
that one.
I can't tap into that.
Hey
right
man,
there.
hey, you need some low hanging fruit. It's like man, I just like make you a LGBT or
That is
or
too controversial
or
for
like
me.
a transracial song,
Nah.
just like self identifying.
I could probably now self-identifying.
I know I am what I want to be.
It's too controversial. That's way too controversial. Hey, now you gonna get Nas. You gonna get Nas sued.
baby.
Hey, this don't mean that I don't respect what they got. People got on. That's just a tough subject to touch, nigga. Like in school, I'm gay, but I go by he. Yeah, he or him, but I'm a woman. Like it's just different shit. Like you're 9 years old.
I may be gay.
I-
I self-identify as they, their,
I
veer.
may be gay, but I go by they. I may be gay, but I go by a. My name is Charlotte, yeah, and I am 9.
Yeah,
Whoa, wait a minute. What the fuck is going on here?
yeah, get what was it? A big Frida and jump in it. You gotta rock.
You gonna rock this way? Come on.
Be gay. Shake that ass. Be gay.
Whoa, wait a minute. Yo,
look.
I ain't in that one.
Wait,
This nigga
wait,
Man,
no.
Bobby, what you gonna tap into? It better not be no free this year. What you gonna tap into?
Yeah.
We got more episodes for show coming. God damn it.
Like, man, I'm surely not tapping into a fucking song, a music career. But now, man, like, I really, man, I've been, I'm focusing on my physical health, man. It's like, man, yeah, man. It's like, man, I've been, like 20 pounds over my weight that I've been looking at since COVID, man. Dude, fucking like COVID came around, I fucked the game up, man. But man, I bought a grill today, man. I'm happy about that. It's like, man, so I'm about to start meal prepping. So it's like, man, I think it's like, excuse me, not like, man, I'm working on the full package, like mental health, physical health. So I did spraying this summer. It's like, man, I'm about to be wearing the shortest of shorts. Man, I'm about to be wearing designer. It's like mentally and emotionally available. It's like, but it's a checklist though. Man, I ain't just doing everything. But yeah, like that and podcasting. It's like really focused on the podcast. It's like, man, that shit's gonna pop off this year.
Okay.
It's like, man, I feel it happen. It's like, man, I see it. So it's just gonna happen.
We got 2 since the beginning of the year so far.
Yeah.
We never had 2 in this span ever. So
In the same month.
Yeah, man.
Sure.
Yeah, man. Like something else I want to do is, I want to start getting on like more people's shows. I ain't about to man, I be begging motherfuckers, shit like that.
Jonah,
man.
that's
Yeah,
you.
but man. Shout out at the Barbershop Confidential, man. Shit, I just started listening to him at this past week. It's like really good show. I feel like man, I possess a certain a set of skills and I can bring to people's podcasts and shit like that.
I think after they hear the collective, like, I gotta go back and like tap in. If you guys dropped it, I would love to you did drop it. You did drop it. I gotta check it out. But like listening to the personalities, and then like niggas gonna want to tap in, bro.
Yeah.
Like this, and the thing with this one, I know from 615 Worldwide, maybe because we was getting paid, we try to go into it like you said, like a plan. We're gonna talk about this.
Yeah.
Hey, Bobby, you gonna cover this. Lord, you gonna cover this. Treau, you gonna cover this. Whatever. And we would cover like all the bases.
Yeah.
But we went in this motherfucker just basically off the top. And we didn't even cover the house party shit we was just talking about, because we had that much shit to talk about.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest takeaway for me today is we knew we was gonna drop or record. We ain't playing shit. This motherfucker it's just been a vessel that's just been going here and here. We've been touching everything that it's just off the top. So not only that it's natural, it's just like if y'all don't tap into this, man's show alone from having guests, like just from a maestro standpoint, like this is some dope shit. And I think the vibe, I think what also helped create the vibe is just in the space. The space is like
The space is everything.
The space, everything. You can really cater to what it is just off of this. It's a vibe for me.
Yeah, man. Shit.
It's a vibe.
This shit feel like home. Like it's got its organized areas, but it's also kind of like chaos in other areas. But it's like it's home.
I wouldn't
Nothing
change,
in here is perfect.
I wouldn't change nothing about this.
Yeah, man. That shit. It look like as some shit that would be called like in the trap or in the cut.
Yeah,
Or the Den podcast, because it is natural. It's your natural habitat, and it's like I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change that you look like Jamal and Seabear, Pooh Bear next to you. I wouldn't change that. I would leave everything like it is.
The shit that happened is when y'all pulled up, the ring went off and y'all came here. I was recording a video for the Instagram, and I said, shout out to Pooh Bear and my daughter's, stuffed animal in the back. And that's just funny you mentioned that because this nigga was the key in that video. Just,
Would you be mad if she called you Jamal when you got older?
Who?
Your daughter.
Man,
She better be calling me another nigga name when she goes.
That's not what I'm saying. Like, that's Seabear and Jamal. Like, and she
if
like,
I put on a Sheba and Jamal, she's like, you know what, Daddy?
he look like Jamal.
Is this you?
That's Seabear. Nah, I'm fucking with you. No, yeah, but I'm gonna appreciate like the environment. Thank you for the space.
It should be home. Like I want people to come here and feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to walk into this space and be like, damn, I'm about to do a podcast. I'm nervous.
But I don't think, like from a podcast standpoint, it shouldn't feel like that.
Yeah. But I mean, like I could have easily rented like a studio.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, do you have a studio? I'm like, nah, we do it at the crib. I could get a studio. I can afford a studio, but it's like here it feels like home. Like Bobby went and got himself a Coke. I want people to come over here.
It's true.
But I'm like, I want people to
my refrigerator get the Coke.
I want people to come over and be like, you know what? Like I'm chilling.
Yeah.
Like Bobby, he know what a bathroom is. He know what like I want people to come over and be like, you know what? Like the thought when I made this was like, you go over to your homie's house after school or on the weekend.
Yeah.
And you'll have a conversation, you'll chill.
Yeah.
Smoke, you might drink, whatever, but you have a friendly conversation about life and how things are going.
Yeah.
And that's what this should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rest of the offering.
Thank you. I have people come on here and tell me life stories.
Yeah.
And it's been to the point to where when we wrap up, I'm like, all right. So I took notes. This part you said this about your parents. This part you said this. Do you want anything out of this? Do you want anything edited out? Keep it all. Bet.
We raw with this
If
shit.
people come in here and they pour shit out, and I'm like, you know what? Most people will keep the shit for clicks and likes, and I'm like, I could, but I'm gonna let you know you were very vulnerable here, and here.
Yeah.
Do you want that to stay? Like even when we wrap up, be like, you talked about, your family, your mother, and your father passing.
Right.
Do you want to keep that?
I'm on air telling you right now, keep everything.
Okay, cool.
Yo,
but
keep everything.
So like, man, and something else to add about something else. I'm gonna get going this week. Not this week, but this year.
yeah.
On my homegirl Dez, should I be talking to her, and she really wants to get into podcasting. I'm gonna have her come over here.
Dez, pull up.
For like an episode. It's like right now as she's dancing right now. So it's like, man, I got to tell her ahead of time. But yeah, it's like,
Let me know when she cash out tonight. I'll be up tomorrow.
Man, it's
Let me know when she
like,
cash out with Eric. Then I got it.
yeah, man. Yeah, she's the anime bae, and I'm like, just talking to her, and I'm like, yo, you got something. It's like my goal is to get her out into the whole podcasting realm, and YouTube and all that shit. Cause man, she got the look, she got the personality, as she was saying that, as she really wants to come on like somebody's show, because it's like she's a sex worker.
Yeah.
So she's all like she wants to come on and set this shit straight about sex workers and all this other stuff. And
I would love to be a part of that show.
And she was saying as she wants to do a show that's about horror movies and anime,
I fuck with both of those.
and like sex work, and I'm just like, yo, you got something.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So like, yeah, man. So I'm gonna like push her and like force her to like pursue this shit, because man, I think she can blow up.
Yeah, get her on Twitch, get her on Patreon. Like she can go live and talk about some stuff.
Yeah, she's on OnlyFans right now. So I mean,
Yeah.
So I think for me this year, tapping in is clearly podcasting. As you see, I'm on my at least one episode a week. I'm giving 52 of these things this year. So a couple maybe solo. I love to get guests on because I mean, with me, I don't want to go over 45 minutes solo.
Yeah.
I can go longer, but I just feel like, you know what I mean? Like 45 is enough. I want to do when it's just me enough to get you to work.
right.
With other people, you chilling, you ain't, you at work trying to get your mind right, or we have solo time. Then I want to be able to give you episodes like this where it's more in depth. We can really take it in, Also, I think, really on the financial tip.
Yeah,
Like
I'm a big financial.
I'm really good at helping other people get their money right, but I'm like, I struggled a little bit when I was on, paternity leave. Because you get them checks, but they take a good portion out of what you usually get.
Right.
So normally the money that I would have had to play with was almost all of what I had. So I'm paying stuff, but also putting away money from my own savings, our couple savings, and then putting into her certificate and making sure that she's good. So, and even here, we got my two younger cousins, so making sure that, we can take them out here and there, we can do things. So financial tip and podcasting, definitely, but also becoming a father, but not losing myself in that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things I'm like, I want to go out, but the baby's at home. But it's just like, you know what?
You gotta maintain a balance.
Yeah.
I lost myself.
And that's where everyone's like, don't lose yourself. But I'm like, you know what? Like, it's cool. Like, I do the podcasting when I go to bed. And like, that's cool. But you're still very much at home.
Man,
you can't have all the homies doing the podcast. If you need to get out and have a dude's day or whatever, like, get out and do that.
Yeah, see, I'm telling you, but like you got to maintain that balance, because one thing that I realized with myself is like like now that I have the at a parenting plan, it's like like me, I'm not really like a go outside type person. Hey, man, should I go outside to I fulfill like whatever needs I have.
Yeah.
But it's like I had to sit back recently and I realized that I'm just like, yo, it's like, yeah, man, I'm making it a point to do me and like enjoy my life, but like, man, fucking, I'm enjoying a little bit too much, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying, man? I'm going a little bit too hard. So yeah, so it's just like really, my life has been like, okay, yeah, man, I got my designated times, that I have my daughter, and I'm in dad mode, and I'm fully in dad mode, committed to that. I don't do shit else. And then it's like when I don't have her, it's just like, okay, well, like what you don't want to do is just sit in the house all day. But you know what? It's like man, she ain't shit bad about sitting in the house all day. You know what I'm saying? But like like when I do go out, and also that touches on finances, because like my problem with finances is the fact that like everything that I want, like man, I currently make enough money to get it.
Yeah.
So therefore it's like there's no reason for me to work and save towards anything, because it's like, I mean, for the most part, if I want it, then I can just fucking reach in my pocket and get it.
Right.
I think that's just like really throwing me off. So it's like, man, like what I need to do is go back to living like when I first graduated high school, and I was like broke, and I was like scraping everything together and like making $100 stretch. You know what I'm saying? Like a week or two. So
I think for me, when you said like that's perfect thing, is like not losing yourself. I won't say I lost myself. It's just my mental went towards.
I say, man, ain't about talking about no money after talking about making $600 grand like a goddamn year.
Not a year. That was a one time.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
What I meant by losing myself, I hope next time you guys hear me, my voice be back, you can hear it real smooth to me, really. No, but losing myself was, again, I allowed myself not to tap into this type of stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, because my mentality was, I can't do anything else but work and take care of my children.
Yeah.
And I lost myself, and it took me 4 years. Different before, and what is this? February, going on February, March, like 3 months.
Yeah.
But the fact that I took myself here, and I feel like I lost myself, because now I'm 3 or 4 years removed from something that I could have been still doing, like you said, Babies go to sleep. I'm finna cook up.
Yeah.
The grind never stops, right? So when you're in this profession and when you're in this business, you 3 or 4 years removed is
It's a lot of
It's a
time.
lot of time. So you're like, fuck, I'm lost.
Yeah.
But I think this year understanding that, and I think shout out to my wife, man, because it takes somebody in your corner to support you. Not trying to shit on anything in my past, but in the past I didn't have that. You know, one of the things that I took away from where I felt like I'm in a good position versus bad position was I would ask, let's just say I had an opportunity of a lifetime and
Yeah.
somebody called me like, yo, I like what you're doing. I want you to go and roll with me in Lifetime. It's a bucket list thing. How would you feel? The past would have been like, you're really gonna leave me here with these kids?
Yeah.
It's exactly what it was. Versus now it's like, why would I stop you from doing that? And when you compare the two, and I was like, I wouldn't stop nobody from a lifetime opportunity, like being a nurse or whatever, and and they get an opportunity to go travel to go help save somebody.
Yeah.
You gotta go across the world. I support it.
100%.
Because why would you take that from them? So I looked at that and compared, like my old lady, like hold me down to the point, like tonight, tell them, hey, we gonna get this popping in the next week. But if she's like, she told me, she's like, you know, I forgot because you already got this going and that going.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So the fact you support it just like I support, you want to go to school.
It hits
so,
different.
Yeah, it hit way different. So for me, not losing myself anymore, I can do this and that.
Yeah.
And take care of my family. And still make 6 figures. And still make a bonus.
There you go. Yeah.
For real. So, yeah.
Oh shit!
Like my girl was like, "You got a podcast night?" And she's like, "All right." Well, me and my daughter Amira was going crazy tonight, super fussy. He's coming in. She's teething.
Same here.
So she was like, "Okay, well, what time are they coming?" I was like, "Well, they're coming here." But she was like, "Okay, I'm gonna." And so having her in the room with just her can be a lot. It's a room that like she can't walk her outside. She can't come out here the way she wants to normally because she'll be screaming.
Right.
But she just supports me so much to where she was like, "All right, well, we'll rock with her out here as much, but once we get in there, I'll take care of it."
Yeah.
So I'm like, even now, like I don't have to ask about, can I do a podcast? It's like, hey, I got a podcast at 9.
Right.
So here's how our day should go. Does that work with you? Cool, it works. We collaborate.
Right.
Like you said, like it feels great to have a partner who's with you
Yeah.
and work with you, because then it's like, all right, bet. Instead of having to have an argument or any kind of like sideways energy, it's like, you know what, we're going to talk about it. It'll work out, and they support you, you support them. It's easy.
Right. And the compromise is the best.
And life don't have to be a problem.
Yeah. And today, for example, I got a stepdaughter as well. Even though she's at her grandmother's house.
Yeah.
I told her, hey, I got this going on tonight. We're gonna get back in the podcast, we're gonna do this and that. She's like, all right, cool. Can you take, Camilla, which is my stepdaughter's name, take her to a party from 1 to 3. Say less.
Easy.
That's easy.
Yeah.
Come home, boom. That's just what it is. I take care of my daughter because I'm off on the weekends right now. So take her during the daytime. So like even next week, same thing.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a block from 12 to 8. Okay, cool. Just if you take the girls to my sister, say less.
Easy.
So I'm gonna fuck with you because you fucking with me, because who knows what can come of this. And you're allowing me to get my blessings, like I'm allowing you to get blessed during school. Who know take over the next? This nigga next to me looking at porn.
No.
That's that Twitter point is the shit though. But anyway, before we go, any last minute words before we go? Because Bobby over here is smirking.
No, man.
He freaking and tweaking and doing
I'm
everything.
not
He
that y'all
freaking
followed by somebody named a Gagasaurus.
Oh.
Just like, oh shit.
So that was Bobby's last word. He over here talking with Gagasaurus. Frankie, anything else before we dip out of here, Mr. Treau?
Man, I want to appreciate you for the space and provide opportunity. Because whether you know it or not, you are catapulting me back into something that I've been wanting to do for so long.
Likewise.
So you provided a platform for me, just like you say, you know what? You guys provided me my first platform, or one of my first platforms. You're providing me my first platform of the year to catapult me. So
Soul tap, motivate people to follow their dreams.
There we go.
Whatever it takes me this year, understand that you are the primary reason.
I appreciate that.
So I appreciate you.
And likewise, both of y'all said y'all want to get back into podcasting. I said that's what we get at the top of the show. It was full circle because y'all, even back then when I was just on YouTube, and Bobby pulled me over and was like, hey, Sneakers and Snatch. And I was like, man, back then I was timid. Like, I don't know if I could do this. Like, I don't think I'm good. I don't think I'm the person to do it, but I'm gonna do it because he sees it in me.
Right.
So, but just both of y'all just know that if it wasn't for y'all wanting to do it, we wouldn't be here tonight. So like you said, let tonight be the affirmation of like y'all can just blossom even farther than that.
For sure.
Y'all was on with 615 before, but I guarantee y'all are gonna be 20 times crazier.
Man, it's like,
whatever new projects are.
Yeah, we all gonna help each other get to the top.
That's our brother shit.
Yeah, man. Everybody's gonna be on everybody's show. It's like yeah, we're gonna be doing it. But yeah,
Sneaker. I'm gonna point it out before we leave. Sneakers and Snatch was a great name. When I think of Sneakers and Snatch podcast, and then the graphic, shout out, that my motherfucker was crazy. Like
Tony, was it Tony? What?
yeah,
Tony,
Cap.
Yeah, whew. Yeah. Cap actually did my first album cover in California for Dead to Competition, which was my best project. Yeah, so shout out to Cash, man. I don't know if he does music.
We still got them hats. My bad. We still got them
the Dead Presidents.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
he did my shit.
Yeah,
But I just think Sneakers and Snatch was dope.
That's a great concept.
It's
a really great concept.
I actually still got the original Dago Soul hat. Still.
Me too, man.
Green brim at the bottom,
I
gold.
almost got fired for them hats. So shout out to y'all for keeping them.
You know, I used to work at Liz too. I was a key holder, third key holder before I went to Walmart.
That's what I was.
Yeah.
That's what I was. Third key.
Yeah.
Third key before I left and went, to where I'm at now.
Yeah. Yeah. So definitely, man. Hell yeah.
Appreciate y'all brothers for coming on, blessing the folks.
Yes, sir.
Man, it's like, dude, this shit had to be about 2 hours.
Where we at right now?
We cooking. We was cooking.
We at yeah, man, this shit has been crazy.
Yeah, it's probably a 2 episode thing.
Man, but I appreciate y'all for coming through.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. I didn't mean to keep you up this late.
So thank y'all for listening as always. They will be back.
Absolutely.
We will have more. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. And until next time.
Yeah, man. I think like the next time that we come on here, I will I actually like reveal a name for what the podcast is going to be called.
Oh shit, we looking forward to that for sure.
But,
Let's get it.
Yeah, one thing I was saying was like the show needs to debut on June the 15th. So at 615. So
yeah, we recorded the show like 6 months before. So fuck.
All right, but again, as usual, it's your boy. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Until the next time, tap in. Peace.